life.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss that stack, taking big swings, jam to the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah, but I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the Late Night Culture New Year's Day edition. This is the first full day of the year, at least here in the United States. Grant has already had the first full day. He's in the second full day, I think. I don't know. How many days is that? How many days ahead are you? Is it a whole day? Half a day? Where are you at? Good talk. All right. In addition to Grant, we also have our good friend Jacob from Society Reviews. How's it going, my man?
I'm here, but I'm not going to say anything. Keep for the bit.
Ah, cool. This is awesome. All right.
Hey, how you doing there, Culture?
Stream ever. Okay, good job.
I'm doing all right. It's New Year's. I still got champagne in the refrigerator, so I'm doing pretty well. How about yourself?
Ah, man, I'm good. I was on a few shows last night because it's New Year's Eve, so I was hanging out with some folks, and it was a good time. We had some real fun closing out the year over on the puppet show with Snow Dub, and everybody over there like jolly. And speaking of the devil himself, hey, what's up, Jolly?
Celebrate good times. Come on.
There you go. Yeah, hey, we had a great time. You're still partying, huh? Whole day.
Yeah, no, I never went to bed. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Oh, man, no kidding.
Yeah, make sure it's not being mixed with fentanyl, though.
No sweat. Yeah, we had a good time last night, didn't we?
Last night never ended, Culture. It's Happy New Year. Woo!
Dude, I can't party like you puppets. I don't know how to do that. How do you
Well, fine, Grant Gregory. Jeez.
Is Grant here?
Did he
Nah,
just leave?
he just backed out. He said he couldn't do this anymore.
I get it, man. I get it. It's fine. Puppet
I
phobes. I just
it's
got done dealing with a puppet phobe over on this guy, Valiant Renegade.
yeah.
I've heard of him.
Yeah. He called me out, and I was a little upset about it, but I managed. I coped. But I was trying to defend you, Culture.
Oh,
saying,
really?
I was saying, Culture has a puppet co-host.
Oh boy.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sending my chat over to his channel when I'm done. I'm so sorry." And I'm like, the nerve of this guy.
Hey, look, I appreciate it. We'll get our Australian friend back, I promise you. We got an amazing group of human beings in the chat right now, and I had a great time last night. It's good to see Jacob here on the show. It's good to see you, Jolly. It's good to see everybody in the chat. Let's say hi to some chat folks. We got some more panel members probably going to join us here in the near future, and like I said, I think Grant will be back. Let's take a look at who popped in tonight. This is kind of impromptu, although I did say that I was going to do it. I was tired today. It was a late night last night. I'm old, so I don't stay up that late. But Tim Hayes is here. Good to see you, my friend. Of course, he's saying hi to everybody. And we got Mr. Tickle Trump. How's it supposed to feel? That's right. Indeed. Oyos, all my boyos, says Meet Bam Hammer. Let's see. We've got Nano Reaper. What's up? Happy New Year's, brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything's going good in your neck of the woods. Did I say that right, Jolly?
I don't know, but lovely Sherry's photos just keep getting hotter. Hotter.
I know.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I have. She is her thumbnail game. I should say her avatar game is she's constantly changing it up. Plus, she's not afraid to skewer you in the heart with a meme.
Oh, well,
yeah,
that's okay. She can go ahead and prod me all she wants. DMs are open, Sherry. Just saying.
Kathy was here. Kathy on Hukalea is here. Good to see you, my Hawaiian friend. LOL. What a good day to have Culture Casino rave music. Hail, chat, and guests. Well, thank you for being here. Yeah. Tender Warrior 68 is here. Happy New Year to you, my friend. Happy New Year to all of you. You don't even know. We are in 2023. We're going to make this good. All of us are going to make this good. Dragon Master 360 is here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It can only get better. We got Accidental Tourist out there. The first good thing to happen in 2023. Late night culture. I don't know. I've been listening to some great YouTube today. I've really been enjoying it. And
if you would have seen the prostitute I had earlier, I mean,
I don't know where was that happening while you and Ords were doing stuff earlier today? Because I don't think
Ords wanted to watch. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's weird. Stuff. Why Destroyer 3466V is in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Hey, Jason, what's up? Happy New Year. We got Cult Classic Cage. What's going on, Cassie? How you doing? Cassie's awesome. Good to see you. Glad you're back. Let's see. Who else is here? We got some more folks rolling in the door. John Sapola is here with the awesome doggy. Love it. Let's see. Oh, Midnight Mike is here. Appropriately named because it's getting late. 11 Alpha's here. Greetings. Elmo says, snitches get stitches. That's right.
Elmo was just on Valiant's channel.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Seriously?
Yeah, he's getting way too big. We got to do something about that.
You have to fix that.
I think so.
Yeah. There it is. It's Eric K. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Love you, man. Master Mods, Mentor Wrenches. Cloud Selling is here. Good to see you. Let's see. Ezra Goldstein is here. Good to see you, Ezra. That's a new name. Thanks for swinging in. Michelle is here. She did. She had it. It was the birthing was induced. My wife is recovering from childbirth today. So this is obviously Michelle's husband. Thank you for letting us know. This is beautiful. Congratulations.
Wow.
I hope everything is wonderful.
That is so cool. A New Year's baby. That is right. Awesome.
Way to grow an amazing family. That's all I have to say about that. So congratulations once again. Tell Michelle we appreciate.
One more time.
That's
You know,
right.
if I was going to be born, I'd probably pick the first of the year because everybody's partying that day. You know,
That's right, man. Automatic party,
right?
indeed. And of course, our good friend Dr. Martin Van Nostrand is here. Happy New Beer, indeed. Speaking of Happy New Beer, we've got a guy who, well, he runs the internet. I mean, if you look at this control room, literally he's running the internet right now from his little man cave of goodness there. How's it going, Jason?
It's going well. It's going well. Thanks for sending me a link. How's everybody doing? Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, indeed. I'm doing great, man. Doing great. You doing good?
I need a setup like that.
That was
I
wild.
know, right?
You know, I'm finding though that now that I have the new setup,
Right.
I don't have a good camera angle so I can see all of them.
I don't know. We can see plenty, dude. I think we're good.
Wow.
I think we're good.
I'm gonna have to play with it.
I'm amazed you can get all the cameras to do that. So,
He looks like he's about ready to tell John Connor what to do when Judgment Day rolls around. You know what I'm saying?
My bat cave.
What was that? What was the scene in War Games where was it Whopper that was running?
Yes.
Is that what the name of the computer? Yeah.
We play a game.
I just want to warn people who may be listening to this show tonight that no, I'm not currently in Fallujah. There are still fireworks going on right now in the background for the new year. So if you hear random explosions and gunfire in the background, that's just my neighbors. So
you are not in Fallujah right now.
No.
Okay. But you've been there before.
Gunshots.
Unofficially.
You can't confirm or deny. I love it. So we've got Ultra Bat, Ultra Fantastico Worldwide. I love that name. That's fantastic. Happy New Year to you. Oh, it's awesome. Plus, that is a wonderful cowl you're sporting there, my friend. She is awake again after sleeping, giving birth to our son. I hope that's well. And I saw another note here. It's so wonderful. All of you are amazing people. Gragnar's out there. Good to see you, my friend. Look at this. I love it. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to James Villanueva. Great to see you, my friend. My New Year's resolution is to buy more custom lightsaber hilts. Awesome. Yeah, don't.
You know what's cool? I hate to say it, but these. They just had the birth of their child, and they're still tuning in to Late Night Culture. Now that is dedication. You got a great fan base here, Culture. Just saying.
I do. I got wonderful friends, incredible group of people that support the channel. I'm very blessed. I count my blessings, folks, and I'm thankful for them each and every day. If you don't do that, you lose perspective. So don't lose perspective. Count all the amazing it's in your life. There's more than you think there is. You don't have to. Once you get started, count it. You'll add it up. There's a lot there. And if you don't think there is, well, watch more Jolly. Watch more Jolly. That's right. There you go. And Grant just popped back in. As soon as he gets his audio sorted out, I'm sure he'll jump in here.
Hey, speaking of Chicago, real quick, isn't this the first day where those new laws come in place about being able to defend yourself in your own home?
I think that was actually put on hold by the courts there.
Oh,
that's a surprise. There was one piece that was put on hold I was reading this today. It wasn't the whole thing. It was just one part of it that was put on hold relating to I have to look it up because I don't want to.
So in other words, the purge has been temporarily suspended, right?
No, it's in effect. It's just there's a very specific section of it that the court put on hold. Let me double check and make sure that I get this right because I don't want to.
That's very strange. I guess Grant is having a very difficult time with his audio. That's a bummer. All right, let's get through some more hellos. We got Tina. Tina Guzman is here saying Happy New Year. I'm under the weather, but I'm here. Well, I hope you feel better, Tina. That's a bummer. Let's see who else rolled in the door. Jason is wearing some pants, or wear some pants, says Eric K for $2. Jason, are you not wearing pants?
I am wearing pants. I always wear pants.
Oh,
I wear boxer briefs to give the illusion of wearing pants.
Okay, well that's fair. That's fair. Oh, and
Snowy, you're muted.
Yeah, it's all right. And another update real quick from Michelle's husband, saying, thank you. My wife gave birth to our son, Magni. I'm sorry. I'm going to terribly mispronounce that. I apologize, but that's fantastic. 7:45 in the morning. The entire family was me and our 1-year-old daughter and her mother, and her father will be flying in about. That's awesome. Oh, that's so great. Such good news. A little bit earlier. So yeah, up in the next few days. That's excellent. Horny Alf is here. Greetings, Horny Alf, one of the wonderful members of the meme crew, the Legion of Memers. We appreciate those folks. And of course, a giant super sticker from our good friend Zombie Box Reviews 20 pounds sterling. That's proper money. You are amazing, says the pair. Thank you, my friend. You are amazing. And thank you for
yen.
Thank you for your support of my friend Drunk 3PO, because Jay is awesome. So I appreciate your support there as well.
I do have clarification on the Illinois law. The piece that eliminated cash bail.
Oh, okay.
Stop. Don't. I hate these auto load videos.
Yeah.
Stop that.
That's all right. Okay, so the cash bail element was removed, or they was put on hold, but everything else is so. See, here's the thing. So if this is the problem with what's happening with that idea, you end up with violent offenders going back out to just keep committing crimes, and that's
like breaking into your home.
Well, I mean, and then you have like groups like these celebrity groups that are sponsoring these limited cash bail things to help criminals get out and try to murder other people. Happened.
Well, I mean, the law's never going to affect them. I mean, worst case scenario, they'll just move.
Well, you sue them. You see, that's what we need to do: start suing these celebrities to participate in these things.
Here's a wrinkle.
Yeah.
So the legislation, which takes effect January 1st, but according to the Kankakee County State Attorney, the ruling from the judge means the pretrial release and bail reforms that are part of the law will not take effect in those counties next month. And what that means is the counties that were suing over the law. So the ruling does not affect other counties in the state that were not part of the legal challenge to the law. And that includes Cook County, which is Chicago. So the stuff that was put on hold apparently was put on hold only for certain counties that were challenging it, not for the entire state.
Yeah, just move to Indianapolis at this point. I mean, I don't know what to tell you anymore about Chicago.
Get out of Illinois. Just get out of Illinois altogether.
Go far away. Indeed.
Leave Canada, leave Illinois, leave California.
I would say Oregon and Washington State as well.
Well, good news here in Georgia is that concealed carry just went into effect on the 1st. So
now you have to think twice about whether or not you're going to attack an ordinary citizen, because you don't know what they're holding.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, we've got 11 Alpha here saying we used to get a lot of celebratory gunfire in DC on January 1. Also, most other days. Well, there you go. DC can be rough. Wow. You got to roll up the streets at night if you're a tourist. Just go to bed.
But at least they made their football team have the correct appropriation name. God forbid they get called the Redskins. I mean, that was just terrible, wasn't it?
Did you see the mascot?
They have a mascot for that.
Eddie McClintock from Warehouse 13. He posted a photograph today. The Washington Commanders, which is who they are now, they have a new mascot. It is a pig wearing a World War I Army helmet. I kid you not.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's the way that they can keep all like the hail to the skins type.
Well, and I'm thinking, I think somebody had posted down thread from that. This is Washington pork personified, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
he could not possibly have just done that better. No, absolutely. They made a meme of themselves, Jason.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's insane.
You might as well just use AOC
on purpose.
Yeah, another funny little bit about the Redskins today is that they lost to the Browns earlier today and got eliminated from the playoffs. And their head coach apparently didn't know that they can get eliminated from the playoffs today if they had lost that game. So he found out in the press conference after the game had ended that they're no longer going to be playing in the postseason.
Thanks.
Wow. You know what? That's one as a head coach, you might need to know things like that.
Right.
But it's great to see you again. Zombie reviews. Good to see you. Zombie Box reviews. I hope you're doing well. Got to check out Zombie Box reviews, folks. It's going to be a fast-growing channel, I suspect. Yeah, and FPC has a lawsuit inbound to Chirac. Yeah, I bet.
Right.
I bet. Rolling blackouts in the AU. No, Australia. I can't say that I know that's for sure, but I know that Grant is fighting audio issues right now. Yeah. Nano Reaper's like, I'm not wearing pants. It's 70 degrees here, so I'm sitting here in a pair of shorts. You know, it's the nice thing about living in the desert Southwest. You don't often have to wear pants. You just wear shorts, right?
True.
Yeah. Nice. Yep. Yeah. Mephisto, what's up, brother? I'll only be listening mode on my way to work. Okay, we'll keep safe, my friend. Mephisto's movie reviews, another great channel. Look at all these great channels rolling through, and all these other. Yeah, we got other people wearing shorts. Dragon Master's wearing shorts. And Rob Altus says, "What are pants?" That's right, Rob Altus.
That's what I'm saying.
Cheers, Fellowship says Channel Surf, the best mustache on YouTube. Have you guys seen his mustache? It is glorious. I mean, it is beautiful, beautiful. This guy, he should be in a Western. He should be in a Western.
Better than mine?
Yeah. Wait, Eric's on battery power, dude. That's no good. That's crazy. Let's see. Blacktron 5000 is here saying LMAO. That's right. That is a Detroit. That's a Detroit, classic Detroit logo there. Love it. Love it. I make spectacular look easy. That's right. All right, what else we got? Eric K for another $5. Grant is 5 years in the future. Wow, that's crazy. Sometimes this time machine does not transmit audio. Okay. Little known fact: Oz is a mythical, magical place that does exist. Oh, cool. Love it. Love it. Yeah, Illinois is one of the reasons why I support FCP. That's right. They sue the crap out of all these. Yeah, I know. There's a few of them out there, and some of them get my money on the regular. So I hear you, brother. I hear you. Hey, Crusader Lands coming in from the VR stream, and a lot of other folks are joining you. Thank you for those of you who popped in. Appreciate it. Let's see. There's the very lovely Southern Angel Dix Bells in the house. No, good to see you. Let's see. Probably in response to the football stuff. Porco Rosso. I don't know to what that refers. Somebody will have to help me. Redskins have changed the logo to a potato. Might as well have.
I mean, I always said they'd just rename it the Washington Engines, but apparently that doesn't go over very well.
It doesn't work with a pig. Yeah, well, they'll rewrite it, I'm sure. Oh, gosh, who else is here? Fat Elvis is here. Happy New Year.
It could do the Washington Senators again, but it would be it's a different team.
Well, okay. So one of my favorite football films of all time, and it's terrible, let me tell you, absolutely terrible. Oh, wow. Valiant Renegade and their viewers just joined. Say hi. Well, hi, everybody from Valiant Renegade stream. I appreciate all of you popping over. Thank you, Valiant Renegade. You're a handsome man. Well, now that's going to give him a big head, isn't it? You have a great voice, Valiant. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah. Okay, so one of my favorite football films of all time was, of course, and it shouldn't be, is The Replacements, which had Keanu Reeves in it. And the football team in that was the Washington Sentinels. And I thought that was perfect, right? The Sentinels would have been a perfect name. But yeah, that's crazy.
That implies that Washington looks out for us.
Well, that's also true. Yeah, they certainly don't do that. CJP is here. Go ahead.
Wasn't it Cleveland they canceled, right? They're no longer the Indians.
No, they're the Guardians now, which is even dumber.
Which is terrible.
And then now they're going after, I believe, Kansas City is the next on the chopping block.
And then they're going to go after the Braves next too.
Right.
The Chiefs are not the Chiefs are not going to change their name.
Well, I mean, that wasn't that long ago. We were saying the Redskins when they were changing their name. So I mean, these people beat you into submission.
I don't think the Redskins have as rabid a fan base as Chiefs Kingdom. I mean, Chiefs Kingdom. The loudest stadium in the NFL, Guinness Book of World Records.
Oh, wow!
And in the course here with the Braves, I mean, you're talking about a team that pretty much the entire South is Braves fans because that's pretty much the only baseball team you have down there.
That's true. That's true. Oh, guys, I have to acknowledge we are now at almost 200 viewers. Thank you, courtesy of Valiant Renegade. Thank you, Valiant, for that. I appreciate you, brother.
It's actually because of me. They
came over here because of you. Yeah. Well, you said Valiant was a puppet folk. I don't believe that's true. But,
I had to call him out on his own show, but he gave me a little bit of slack, and he said he was going to send them over anyway. But he did apologize, Culture. He said, "I'm so sorry" to his chat before he sent him over here. So that's why I called him a puppet folk.
James says, I'm a leg man, but I won't ask Culture to stand up. Please don't. Goodness. Yeah, no. I am wearing pants. I'm wearing jeans. I'm actually uncomfortable right now. Rod Thunderheart's in the house. We got a lot of great human beings here. We've got Setlik 3 or Setlike Gaming, I think, if I can do my elite speak properly. SP4H, hail all. Or that's Spa if you do lead speak. I don't know. Theliato is here. Good to see you. Happy New Year. The Washington Generals would have worked. Lance Corporal Waffles is here. Greetings.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lance Corporal Waffles.
I got an idea. Let's bring back the Washington Bullets and make John Wick the mascot.
That would be fantastic. I vote for that. We got, like I said, we got a VR raid in full effect. Look at all these wonderful human beings rolling in the door. Sassy's here. Michael Gonzalez is here. Morgan King is here.
Oh no, Valiant's got a cockroach problem, doesn't he? I heard about that.
No. This is a good raid. This is not a bug raid. It's not a bug raid. But we do have Mr. Tickle Trunk for a Canadian $2 saying, just want to remind people to sub to Snowdub. Do it. That's right. Check out Snowdub's channel.
And it's not a SWAT raid.
Matt G. Wow.
Thanks,
you know what? In Valiant, thank you, brother. He rolled hard on the raid. He even used a bad word. Look at that.
Look at that.
I wonder if he had a little cup of whiskey when he was on his stream.
I can respect that.
You let him get his head too big. That Sig Sauer hat's not going to fit anymore.
Yeah, his streams are getting longer and longer. It's amazing.
Well, you literally started out the show talking about how beautiful and good looking he was.
I
need to catch up on the all the Harry Potter stuff that he and WDW Pro have been dropping.
I know. I love that. Was one of the best parts of the stream was the conversation about all of that. Yeah, and of course, Tom is there, and Tom's. It's like great listening to those guys. Love hanging out with them too when I get a chance. Jin Wong for an Australian $2 says, "Isn't that movie a copy of a soccer movie?" I don't know. I actually don't know that. I really don't.
By the way, Arrowhead does hold the record, 142.2 decibels.
You took it from the 12th man. The Seahawks fans had that for the longest time, and you know it.
Wow. Hey, look, it's Zevius. What's up, brother? Hope you're doing well. Best of the season to all. Best to you, my friend. Hope you are having a wonderful new year, my friend. And again, my condolences on recent events. You have my love and prayers. Let's see. Dragon Bricks, what's up? And it would be riots if the Chiefs changed their name. The Chiefs are not changing their name. Missouri's the parts of Missouri that are based. We got Eric K in the house.
Elected a different representative than Reverend Cleaver.
True. For $2, Eric K says people came because they heard I was modding. This is also true. That's right. And we have another great mod here. Mr. Tickle Trunk for another Canadian $2 says, I only mod here because Eric K does. Thank you. You guys are so great. My mods are awesome. All of these people are great. It was 4.5 hours. See, it wasn't 6 hours, Jason. You were over exaggerating. All right. Let's get into some conversation. Let's bring in the fat Steven. What's up, Steve?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, dude. How you feeling?
Happy hangover to all you out there.
All right. And congratulations to my good friend Real Wade Nation on Twitch for making 102 followers. Congratulations.
Oh,
Hey.
Hey. Boom. I can finally unfollow.
Yeah. Wow, that's rough, dude.
No, we
all right, let's do this. Let's check out what Society Review's got in the chat here. What do you got for us, brother?
I just want to give you guys a little thing of what they've been trying to get rid of here for the last couple of years is the tomahawk chop. Now,
at the Braves games,
yeah. So they've been trying to get rid of the tomahawk chop for a while, and I guess their compromise was that we won't play the official music anymore for the tomahawk chop, but every time there's a pitching change, we're just going to turn the lights off and let our fans do it for us. So this is what happens during every opponent pitching change here in Atlanta.
They're still playing the graphic on the board.
Yep. Yeah, imagine coming out for a pitching change and 40,000 people are doing this.
See, but that's just it. This has been a tradition, like the wave and other things. You can't just get rid of a sports thing like this because you have a couple soys who are so insecure about their own life they have to cancel something else that everyone else enjoys. Get over it. Grow up.
By the way, if you haven't been to the new ballpark here in Atlanta, the Truist Park, it's definitely one you want to check out. They did a very, very good job with the new ballpark down here.
Can you say ballpark one more time?
Ballpark.
Thank you.
Yeah. Dude, they have great sports facilities in Georgia. So if you ever get a chance, check them all out, including the college stuff. It's phenomenal.
We had a crazy weekend here because on New Year's Eve, the Georgia and Ohio State game happened down here. Yeah. And literally right before the ball drop at like a minute before midnight, Ohio State had a chance to win the game. And the dude shanked like a 40-yard field goal and Georgia won. And now they're going to play TCU in the national title game next week. So
see, why are they going after the chop when they should just go after referees doing bad dancing when they're calling plays? Like
how about
get rid of that? That's more offensive than the chop. Okay.
How about the bad calls? Right.
No, you can't do that. That's how you can always tell they're paid off by bad calls by how big the bulges are in their pants. That's how you can
Hey, now, speaking of which, Mr. Tickle Truck for a Canadian $2 says, only woke hot women want to kill the chop. Oh, white.
White.
I'm sorry. I'm not hip on the lingo, kids.
By the way, did you see that flea flicker pass that Mahomes did? Was it against the Broncos?
Oh yeah, I saw that. He's had a few passes this year where he's like, how did he even do that?
Yeah,
he did like what Brady did. Like, what was it? A couple years ago, he did like a Brady behind the back pass thing that I was like,
yeah.
And he hits the dude on that slant like for yards. I was like,
it's like we see plays like that in like the NBA, like when you do a no look pass. He's doing this in football.
Nobody watches sports. What are you talking about?
Just crazy. But Eric Cason's $5 super chat says, it is usually not Native Americans who complain about this. Normally, it is usually the people we know who virtue signal for everyone else. That's true. Yeah, your Muslim uncle says got into an argument online with a Muslim brother about the former Redskins. Google hiding the info about Native Americans of the time okaying the name. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. A lot of that stuff happens. I mean, it is what it is. But look, it's never. As Eric K says, it's almost never the people that are supposed to be offended.
It's like the picture we've seen going around, right, where it's like I'm not really offended. And you see that white woman just pointing the finger on the guy's mouth. So it's pretty much it's like oppression by trying to stand up for you.
I'm gonna bring up a weird one. This is a weird one. You guys, we've had a lot of people passing away at younger ages than normal. I'm not gonna venture into any of the speculation as to why. Not gonna do that here. I like my channel, but I am gonna point out that this is a weird story. This one got me. This guy Dax Tahira, right? He passed away of a heart attack on December 23rd, right before Christmas. He's a young guy. He's like 37 years old. He ran Stephanopoulos' show. Is that right? George Stephanopoulos? Did I say his name right? Anyway, he was his producer, right? Anyway, his wife was arrested like a day later after he died because she left. She was arrested on 2 charges of child endangerment in the hours following his death on the 23rd. So on the 24th, she gets arrested because she left behind a 2-year-old female and a 5-month-year-old female in a hotel room for an extended period of time. Now, I can understand that she's in a tremendous amount of grief, the whole 9 yards.
No. Even with grief, you're spending it with your family. You don't dick off your kids.
Not a lot of babysitters or whatever. I don't know what's happening here. But hey, WW Pro, good to see you, brother. But guys, if you didn't know, Pro's got a channel. He easily made 1,000 subs, but he went full, released a video. You can find videos on his channel now. Check out WDW Pro's channel if you don't already do that. But this is really weird. Go ahead. Anybody want to add to this? Go ahead, Jolly.
That WDW guy.
Yeah,
it's actually Elmo.
Yeah.
No, it's not Elmo.
Yeah, it is Elmo.
Yes, it is.
WDW Pro's Elmo?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, no wonder he knows so much about the Hollywood stuff.
Oh, wow, that's wrong. That's so wrong.
Yeah, especially Disney. He knows a lot about Disney.
I heard about that.
All right, well, don't tell anybody.
No, we won't tell anyone.
Everybody.
Yeah, no, we won't say nothing.
Okay, all right, good.
Go ahead.
So anyway, so it's let's see. It was sent to the specific timeline is unclear. The NYPD spokesperson said the police responded to a 911 call at 11 p.m. that evening, reporting unattended children at the 50 Vanderbilt Avenue in Manhattan. That address houses the Yale Club. It's a members-only hotel. Police said a preliminary investigation revealed a 2-year-old female and a 5-year-old female were left alone inside the hotel room for an extended period of time.
That's crazy.
So apparently, I didn't know this either. They reside in Chevy Chase, Maryland. Variety attempted to reach her, to talk to her through numerous channels to find out some kind of a comment, but this is a very strange story. This isn't normal behavior, right? I mean, the last thing you would do would be to walk away from your family. I would suspect.
See, that's the thing, though, and I'm not parent. I can't speak honestly, but maybe I can make some relation. Honestly, if you have lost a loved one in your family, the last thing you're going to do is leave the other loved ones that you don't want to lose anyone else. So you're going to hold them pretty close and pretty tight. Am I wrong on this? If parents out there?
No, I mean it's pretty hard to justify. Oh yeah, I left my 5-month-old child by herself for an extended period of time. I mean.
But how many stories have we had over the last, 5, 6, 8 years of people forgetting that their kid is in the back seat?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot.
There is a group of people, and I don't know if this is a mental thing or an emotional thing or I'm not paying attention thing, but this is and not excusing it. I'm just saying this is something that we hear about more often than we should. But there are a lot of people out there who are parents who should not be. Have no business having kids.
Yeah, no, you got to get a license to drive, but you don't have to have a license to have kids. The part of that story that interests me the most, though, is the fact that her husband just died. Why the heck is she alone with her kids? And how come somebody isn't with her, or at least helping her with the children?
Why is there no family?
Mourning.
I would venture to say that that's the hotel that they were staying in when he passed away. Because, I mean, again, that is a private hotel. That's not like you can get a room there tomorrow. You know,
have family that could come in? I don't know. It just seems strange.
Nanny on site?
I agree with you. But see, Nano Reaper points something out. 5-star hotels, oftentimes you can find them, especially in big cities like Manhattan. They have some childcare options. They have access to that. But in a private hotel like that, you would think doubly more so. Something like that would be available for members because you have to be a member to be in the hotel.
I've never stayed at the Hotel Del Coronado, so I wouldn't know anything about 5-star lifestyle.
Oh,
I've been kicked by a 5-star person
on Coronado Island is amazing.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, but Apollones is here. Greetings. Wait, did the police bring a biologist with them? I don't know because they had to determine
that sounds weird.
Yeah, but it's very strange. Let's say this. Jason, you're right. There's this kind of behaviors happening all too frequently. We're seeing it happen a lot in our society, and this is why the show goes everywhere. We don't always focus on entertainment. This is the only show that I don't focus on entertainment, strictly or business. But I would say it's social media. I say we are so disengaged from the things around us because of our phone. because of what happened in 2008. And I know a lot of people are going to look at me and say, what happened in 2008? Social media exploded. It came to your phone. It used to be able, like, text messages were like fascinating, like the little messages you get from somebody else. But all that changed. You know, the smartphone changed the game, and it changed everything that was happening around us. I think that's part of it. I think we ended up with Facebook on our phone. We ended up with like this Google Plus weirdness a year or two later. There was some other odd social media things that happened, including Twitter showed up.
It's not just attention span type of issues either, though. It's narcissism. It's, tell me I'm pretty. Tell me I'm great. Tell me I'm
pretty.
Great.
You're great.
That kind of thing. And you know, we get our endorphin kicks and our dopamine hits and likes and tweets and shares and subscribers
and views. And all
By the way, I don't have 2,200 subscribers yet. My endorphins are down. Come on, let's
I'm not at 6K yet. I need 100 more, and my endorphins will go up as well as my cholesterol.
I think a big portion of it is that, you know, we're witnessing a generation now that, you know, like obviously I'm a bit younger than you guys, but I'm kind of like the last generation that didn't grow up with like internet and like cell phones and stuff like that. We actually remember a time when those things weren't as prevalent as they are now. So we like kind of remember living in a world where those things didn't exist. And now we have an entire generation of people who know nothing but that. Like these are people who grew up when Facebook was a thing now. And we're kind of starting to see like the ramifications of kind of a more disconnected generation than ever.
Did he just assume our age?
Yes.
Well, it happened.
I'm older. Go ahead.
There's actually a name for it. There's a professor of psychology at San Diego State University. Her name's Dr. Jean Twenge. I went to high school with her. And she has done a number of studies on this for probably the last 20, 25 years. And she calls them iGen. These are people that have grown up with the internet. They've grown up with devices in their hands.
The iPhone.
And their brains are wired differently. Their brains function differently because of the interactivity of the machine. And everything is me, now. I want instant gratification. I can just Google it. I can just look it up on YouTube. I can, push of a button and I've got it right in front of me, as opposed to going to the library or looking it up in the card catalog or looking it up in the encyclopedia or working to get a result or something. You've got this whole group of people that don't understand that there's effort involved in getting results.
It happened way too fast, guys, because the fact that we went from text messaging to pictures to Instagram to online Facebook, and then it went to the dating industry. And what happened after that is traumatic. Is somebody cooking something? I hear something cooking.
Someone's screwing with a wrapper.
I heard a rapper. It's probably Brahmable.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's looking.
It may or may not be me fiddling with trash on my desk.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, honestly, you're right. We moved far too quickly. We ended up in a world that it was great to like have the world shrink around us, I think. But at the same time, it created a whole nest of problems nobody was prepared to deal with.
Well, sorry.
Go ahead.
Well, I think it also falls on the fact that we also had a parental generation that rather than take care of their kids, they threw a tablet or a device in front of them and said, deal with it so they can keep their stuff. That's the other generation of selfishness. It was, I don't want a babysitter. Here's an iPad. Have fun. You watch your shows. Yeah. So it's also
I'm going to let the public school system raise my kids, and that turned out great.
Yeah, but what it comes down to is if your family or your parents are not giving you the attention or the gratification that you should get as you're being raised, you're going to look through other sources, and that's where society. The names are gone. I'm. Who's the one on top of me?
Sci-fi for me.
Sci-fi. There we go. I'm trying to answer the names right here. I'm sorry. It's been a long day.
Oh wow. Oh, I probably didn't turn the names on. I apologize.
But it's the same thing. Then they're going to go out to like what Sci-fi was saying, and you're you're going for the instant gratification and getting that type of acknowledgement and appreciation that you're not getting from your parents through a phone app because someone's liking your picture. So it falls under technology parenting, and that's empty. And they keep going for more and more because they're hungry for that certain kind
of endorphin release from having people acknowledge
dopamines.
I mean, ultimately, we've become a far more selfish society, and there were other issues that were affecting it too. We were becoming a more godless society before the cell phone came around, and before everybody had access to everything.
God now is an iPhone.
Personally, I believe that that has just accelerated with those items being available.
Mm-hmm. I'm old enough to remember when people like the Young Turks were celebrating the fact about 15 years ago that we were becoming less and less Christian, and they celebrated it as a good thing. And now here we are 15 years later. And
breakdown of morals in a society.
Exactly. And I've said on a number of occasions, human beings are made to believe in something. And society as it is tears down our belief in God, tears down our belief, our moral compass in any kind of faith related thing, whether, Christian, Muslim, whatever. And you've got to fill that hole with something. So you have these people who have this, empty space because they don't have a faith. So they got to have something to believe in. Well, I'm just going to believe in this. I'm just going to believe in this government thing, or I'm going to believe in this social program.
They're trying to fill the void with something else. That's
exactly
only making.
Right now, it's pronouns, and that's the biggest thing going on right now.
Well, yeah. I look. I mean, yes, we've seen this particular movement recently replace a form of faith. There's a lot of behaviors in various groups now that reflect like behaviors that would normally be identified as cult behaviors. If you talk to any deprogrammer,
it is a cult.
Well, okay, but whether that's true or not, Stephen, what's the problem is society suffers from a hole in their life, and I don't want to get into a theological discussion, and I don't think the audience.
That would be interesting, though.
It might, but not on this channel. I know that Jin Wong, who sends a $5 Australian super chat, says this is all Steve Jobs' fault. How many times have Trek taught us tech must be earned and respected? But Steve allowed every dummy to be an influencer. Wow, that is a strong statement, Jin Wong. You might be right.
But then you can put Microsoft in the same category because the cold computers and then the microprocessors. It goes with the evolution of technology. Everyone's at fault for a new advancement. It goes on and on. They had to start somewhere.
I think the other part, the other flaw in the argument that Star Trek gives us something to aspire to is people forget that Star Trek is set in a post-scarcity world, where we don't want for very much, and we have the
monetary,
the supply chain issue has been solved, as it were, and I don't think we're anywhere near that, nor will we be, because human beings are human beings.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Nano Reaper, to a certain extent, you're 100% right, because they turned science into the new religion with the suspension of scientific method. I think that can be said in even a broader sense. I look at it. I'm looking at the hole in people's lives, and it is spiritual indeed, but it's bigger than that. I think that we don't have a sense of community anymore. I promise you, this all started with the idea that we didn't acknowledge our neighbors any longer. Outside of Buffalo, New York, where I saw some beautiful stories told with this last blizzard of how everybody helps everybody clear the street and their driveways and all that other stuff. Outside of some very specific locations in the United States, I would argue that you don't see that sense of community anymore very often. Not in a lot of places.
You do, but you do. I've seen a lot of community videos, but usually they're looting the stores during the blizzard and then going home together as a franchise.
Community. At least they're doing something together.
Yeah, if you're going to help your neighbor Bob steal 4 packs of toilet paper, hey, that's a community event there.
But the other thing I believe, and this is the coolest thing about YouTube and this channel and all the other channels that I'm a part of. I'm in this sphere of amazing creators like Jason, and like Brahma Bull and Jacob and Fat Steven and Jolly and Mr. Grant Gregory and of course Tom, who I get to hang out with so many times a week. He's practically
he never shows up on Mead.
What you said the night watched, it's really bad.
He's part of the reason we didn't have a Mead tonight, but I'm not going to get into that.
Tom, he usually does show, but he doesn't even type in chat anymore because he doesn't like saying hello to people.
This is such a lie. I'm trying to say good things about all of you. Good gravy. Anyway,
have you ever thought of maybe you shouldn't?
You could say nice things.
I know where you're going, Culture.
Yeah.
As much as I consider all of you guys friends,
you're
not the same as my friends that I can go visit down the street or that I grew up with.
Right.
Meeting people virtually is a different thing than actually having a community of friends.
But see, at the same time, I have a strong bond with everybody here. I'm sorry. And all of the people in the chat.
Yes.
The people who hang out with us it's a different kind of community, but it is a form of community. I like the word fellowship more than I like the word community. I think
I don't. It sounds like it's way much more work for us to do as a fellowship.
With the community without spelling common.
Well, it's interesting. I've been reading this book. I got this book. It's called Primal Branding, and it's actually talking about that very thing, about 7 different core elements of making your brand something that's really successful. You know, like Starbucks or Coca-Cola and that kind of thing.
That's totally not what I thought that book was about.
And one of the things that are in there talks about building a community of your customers and your audience. And yes, they do use the word community, but basically what it is you have a group of people that are involved in the rituals and the words and the phrases that are used and all of these different things where you associate those things with a brand. You know, Coca-Cola, they've got the, Coke is it. They've got the bottle. They got the
bears,
and the polar bears and all that. Budweiser's got the horses. The
Clydesdales,
and the frogs. So yeah, it that sense of community, and that's something that culture. You're right. It happens here too, because you have a group of like-minded people. We're interested in mostly the same things. I mean, there's some diversity of thought there as well. We don't always agree on everything. We're not a monolith.
That's not true. We agree on everything.
There's a group of people who have common interests and common complaints. We have coalesced around the things we complain about just as much as we've, gathered around the things that we enjoy. And it's that sense of I'm not the only one who thinks this way that I think everybody kind of gloms onto, and the crowd starts to build from there for a number of different channels.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I would like to take this time to say I identify as a frog. Just want to throw it out there.
Fat frog, fat Steven frog.
Well, that's so you and Frosk are on the same page then.
No, she identifies as an idiot. There's a difference.
All right. Well,
yeah, that and Steven probably gets more viewers.
I've been to a dentist. She hasn't.
Let me tell you a little bit about that. Tom, if you run a network, there's 1,000 people watching justify having a show on television.
No.
Here's the beautiful thing about the G4 collapse is that this network died 13 years ago because it didn't have an audience, and they brought it back and they didn't address the elephant in the room. Who's going to watch this?
Yeah. Good question. Good question.
It was a vanity project from the get-go.
It was. Well, it was because it was the president's son that he put in charge of that whole thing. But
what I was hoping for when I heard that, I was like, oh my God, we're going to get more seasons of Code Monkeys. Okay?
I just can't wait till we get rid of all these Justin Bieber haircut, red hair, blue haired Landwell bitches, because they're all fucking useless, if you ask me.
Tom, they released them all for Christmas. That's why there's such an influx of them.
Look, I appreciate certain people identifying themselves with obvious marks.
As Landwells?
Well, no, just they firmly placed themselves in a category. Remember when you didn't want to be categorized? Remember you wanted to be an individual? What happened to that?
You still got beat up. It doesn't matter what you wanted to be. It depended on which group was stronger. You still got beat up in high school.
At this point, I look at people with pink hair the same way I look at people who have autism T-shirts. Except for I have far more disdain for those people than I do.
Yeah, trans autistic people bother me.
For the people with the hair.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Because autism's a real thing.
No, I was not implying that autism is a myth created by the CIA.
That's the way I look at nose rings, though. Nose rings is the same thing.
Understand. There's a person on the panel who has very mild form, so don't do that. No. Small Time Republic says it. We're too imperfect and require too many resources to reach post scarcity. Other than certain regions. I agree with that. And that's the problem with us trying to aspire to a Star Trek world. We're nowhere close to that. And I don't think we will be for a long time. Until we actually have replicators that can actually create things out of that we're not even close. We can't even figure out fusion still. And I don't care what anybody says with that fusion demonstration that we recently got. they have to keep trying to repeat it and make it happen permanently. They are not anywhere close to that. We're 20, 30 years away.
I don't know. Vegeta and Goku got fusion down pretty good.
Yeah, but they messed it up the first time, so.
Mr. Tinkletruck for a Canadian $2 says, long live the fellowship. Indeed, my friend. And for another Canadian $2 says, the fellowship is more diverse than its detractors. I agree with that. I can't believe how many people we have that, do not easily fit in boxes. I like that. I'm a big fan.
Did you see the retweet from Eric July yesterday where the guy, he was quote tweeting, the guy says, he's not selling anything. And then it has a picture of a dude commenting underneath holding the book. What the hell's this? Holding ISO #1. I'm like,
I love it.
I love it so
good.
much. So
Hillis Mallory for $5 says the destruction of the nuclear family is hurting societal structure. That makes for a stable childhood and give a sense of moral character. The statistics behind families. Somebody starred the chat bot. Thank you for that, Grant. But the statistics behind the collapse of the nuclear family are very terrifying, in my opinion. I mean, we're watching a higher percentage of either one parent households have children that are far more likely to end up imprisoned or self-delete or a whole lot of other things statistically.
Not only that, but compound that with the current dating pool for younger people, which is going to further ensure that we have more dysfunctional families in the future as well.
Yeah, and that's, I mean,
the best part is most of these individuals are not going to find counterparts, so they're not going to procreate. That's a plus.
But that doesn't mean they won't procreate.
but see, okay, so you can say that, Tom, and I agree with you to a certain extent. But here's a bigger picture, because again, I like to step back and take the wider view. The wider view is we'll have population collapse if we continue at this rate. We can't.
We're already there.
We're watching it happen in China. No, people don't know that, and I agree with you, Jason. But they're already having population collapse in China. You're probably 5.
We need a little natural selection right now, though.
I can't argue with that.
There's a difference between natural selection and population sustainability, because
I get it. I'm joking mostly, but.
Yeah, one at a time. But it's I mean, we're actually starting to see it. And yeah, I understand, Eric. 30 years ago they said we were 5 years away. I agree with you. And a lot of times, a lot of this stuff, especially when it comes to social science, isn't accurate, right? But we've been listening to climate doom since before I was born. When I came into this world, there have been decades where it just every few years Nostradamus is missing the mark. Whoever that happens to be at the time.
Al Gore.
And whether
it's an inconvenient truth for you, culture, that Al Gore single-handedly saved us all.
He saved us from Man Bear Pig, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah, this is probably true.
At least we can all say that there's a group of very powerful people out there who are clearly addressing the problem of population by trying to make sure it collapses.
I'm not going to even let's try to not get my channel removed.
But these are the same people that believe cow farts are causing issues with the environment. Okay,
look, all of these things are speculative at best. None of us are professionals or scientists in any of these fields. At least not that I'm aware of. So I'm not, it is what it is. But Zevius says YouTube has become a legitimate community, as has Twitter. Appreciate the hell out of all of you. No, man, I appreciate you. I always have. You're very talented.
On the nuclear family. You remember in the 90s when Paris Hilton used to carry that stupid little dog around in her bag and then a whole bunch of people copied her? Then do you remember a little while after that when those people started having kids and basically
there was an epidemic of dead dogs in purses?
Dogs.
Sorry.
I mean, it goes back to the selfishness. People had kids to either create a friend for themselves rather than a child that they were going to parent, because there is an epidemic of parents trying to befriend their children rather than raise them.
Yeah.
Or they get bored with them and neglect them, like they did with those dogs.
Probably make a great point.
That's the problems that we have with the nuclear family right now. Not just the single parent type stuff, all that, not having the full family, but the way people approach their kids now.
Well, the problem,
the disciplinary.
maybe, I can't even say maybe. I'm going to say that we've definitely changed the child rearing in many countries, in many first world countries, and this is something we can definitely get to in a sec. But Mr. Tickletrunk for a Canadian $5 says he's an atheist. Okay, our issue is that religion served as social glue. This is true. We were all, i.e., American or Christian, etc., a shared identity. Now, no common glue. Well, that's because we've what's happened is they've intentionally removed the melting pot here in the United States. By the way, the United States is the most diverse country in the world with the least amount of racial issues. We're not homogenous, right? We're not made up of only one particular race. We're not Chinese. Right, we don't actively still enslave people in this country. Right, there are still many countries in this world that still enslave humans. It still happens on a daily basis. Every once in a while, at least once a year, I do a video on human trafficking, slavery, the whole 9 yards. It's inconvenient. It hurts my channel, but it's important because it's part of the news. And
there's an open attack on Christianity right now as well.
I can't argue that, Jolly. I agree with you 100%. But when it comes to this larger issue, nobody's identifying as American as they should. No. They are not falling into the melting pot. No. They want to put everybody in boxes and divide us as many different ways as they can, because unity is dangerous to anybody who tries to assert control.
But we're already unified under the terminology.
Assimilation.
But we're already unified. But we're already unified under the one word of humanity, and then people seem to overlapse and not even look at that.
Right.
That's the easiest.
There's an active effort to continue to tribalize and balkanize our populations, and it's as long as we're fighting each other, we're not fighting the one who's got us fighting each other.
Well, that's what I always say, right? They changed the man. Remember, it used to be we always would go after the man. They just put white in front of the man. Now it's white man instead. Well, and you're absolutely right, Jason. It used to be, that's the whole thing, is we got away from this tribalism for the most part as a racial thing, as living in such areas to where you had Chinatown and the black side of town and the white side of town. You don't have that so much anymore all over America. Yes, there are still some places that are like that, don't get me wrong, but we've also come to a point where it felt like we had really come together as it didn't seem like we had the racism and the bigotry and the other bullshit and hangups that we had for so long in the last 20 years or so, give or take. And then all of a sudden they're trying to segregate us even more. You're right.
Well, it started under the Obama administration.
I mean, you can go back even further than that, in all honesty.
You can go back further, but it really flared up when Obama came in and said, I'm going to make the waters recede, and we're going to solve the problems, and we're going to do all this, and he's going to be this post-racial president, and he's probably one of the biggest racial dividers that anybody's ever seen.
Yeah. We moonwalked backwards 40 years during the course of his presidency when it comes to race relations. But just real quick, because somebody said something funny and I want to acknowledge it. Sonder Hammers looks like kids found dead in handbags. There we go.
I love it. I'm sorry.
Storyman Jack says for $5, you all forget we have been in a Plato's cave situation with big tech and journalism for years. No wonder normies are confused. Indeed.
Exactly. That's probably the perfect way of doing it. I mean, Plato's cave is, I assume.
Why don't you explain it to everybody?
Okay, so essentially it's the theory that you got people that are living in a cave, and the outside world, all they see is shadows on the wall. And when they're finally brought out into the real world and realize that the shadows on the wall were people, they actively and openly reject it because all they've known their entire life is this. So equating that to the news and the media is like, well, no, the CNN and the news, TV, they're the ones that tell the truth. Anything else is a lie. And even when they're confronted with the truth and big tech and everything like that, they still actively go back to just thinking that they're the shadows on the wall.
Exactly. It's a perfect analogy. Because people are not used to being confronted on what their beliefs are. When they're told what their beliefs are, they don't challenge them for themselves. So yeah, it's a perfect analogy.
So would this be like an evolved form of So we pretty much call Pluto's echo chamber at this point, the way the generation is now?
I would say so.
Plato's social cave.
It's more about an active and open rejection of the world
Of
to the point
world
where you
around
put your
them.
head back in the sand, purely not because of
If,
safety, because
if
you
it's
just
not on
don't
Twitter,
believe it.
it's not real.
Well,
Yeah,
Twitter
like-
isn't real either.
Well, I know, but reality, as a lot of people understand it, has been redefined by social media.
Well, so we all just had
we get a presented image. We don't all put our regular faces on in these, with these cameras and these TikToks and whatever else, right?
But Jason, I'm real. I have a blue check mark. I mean,
okay,
I'm real.
All
no,
of
that
these
just
things
means
are true,
that you're a
but
good person now. That's what that
we
means.
just real quick, we just had 3 holidays that we spent with our family members, or many of us did, right? For those of us who were fortunate enough to be able to do that, okay? And you were confronted with people who do not have a solid grasp on the reality around them. They are still not paying attention to the world the way it is now. They are listening to a very few number of voices that they have been told are quote unquote authoritative. Anyway, that's just
we fall into the same trap because Twitter is not anything.
No,
I mean,
no.
I don't know hardly anybody on Twitter outside of us or other politically active people.
Yeah,
regular people do not watch Twitter. They don't care.
Algorithmically, this is the other problem with AI, algorithms, all this other stuff. Algorithmically, we are being selected into groups, whether we want to be or not. So a lot of times what happens is we are given confirmation bias on a silver platter. Right. Remember, this is one of the things that was being called out by those folks that were more liberal, and accurately, by the way, that we were only being served things like that. We weren't being served the alternate or opposing viewpoints. That problem is it's been weaponized now to divide people, and that's all it's done.
Yeah, opinions are now considered a violent weapon against another person, even though it's never been that way. Now it's like a driving force between people.
Violence.
Yeah, it's not even just speech. It's having the ability of freedom of thought. You can still like a show and disagree that you don't like certain parts, but all of a sudden now that's nuts. Like it's weird hearing how thought is now considered bad.
Yeah. Do yourself a favor, delete Twitter. Thank me later. Thank you, Dr. Martin Van Wert.
Technically, most of us just use it to talk to each other.
I use it to talk to these guys. I use it to retweet some interesting things that I know are going to make people's hair catch fire, and then I use it to advertise. I use it so I can reach out to y'all. That's what I
use it to troll, call out bitches.
I don't do that.
Blocked by John Cusack.
Blocked by John Cusack.
I just
I'm apologizing to all those who got blocked in my wake.
I use it to say the N-word.
And for everybody.
Yeah, but you can get away with it, though, damn it. That's the unfair part.
And for everybody who got naked pictures from me, you're welcome.
I love it.
That was an unfortunate mass tweet, bro.
Well,
see, now, Culture, to your point earlier about the depopulation thing, the whole thing being tied into the environment with the population bomb.
Well, there's a lot of different things there, yeah.
I've been trying to use the word nougat for years, but I can't.
You gotta use Ted in the front of it.
Mark Stein had a book that came out in 2006 called America Alone, and he's basically talking, most of the entire book talks about the population sustainability and how it affects everything else. It affects culture, it affects religion, it affects government, it affects social programs. All of these different things are impacted by the fact that you have people that are not having kids. And they're not having kids at such a rate, not because of the environment, but because of everything. Well, why would I want to bring kids into this world? And this was back in 2006. This was 16, however many years ago he wrote this book. It's only got worse since.
Yeah, and then now those kids that wouldn't be around aren't having kids either. That's what I'm saying. So it's gone to the next generation now from that.
Yeah, but there's one population that's doing really quite well. Thank you very much.
Better not be the Puerto Ricans.
And they're moving into every other country in Europe.
Puerto Ricans?
They're getting
look, I'm not even going to break down those demographics in or any of those specific things that you're calling out, but it's quite accurate. But what I'm going to say is this: we need to focus on unity. We need to, and again, it's hard to recognize that you're being split up. It's hard to recognize those things, but we absolutely.
Yes, I agree. Let's focus on nudity. That is important.
Nudity does work. Speaking of nudity,
something we can all come together on.
I'm gonna grab one more chat, and then we are going to change subject matter, guys, because we have been skating the razor's edge on my channel, which I do not do. Anyway, Storyman Jack for $10 says no regular people don't look at Twitter, but they do use Google, etc., with allegedly government limiting what we can see. Oh, we know we are limited in what we can see.
Yeah.
That we've been psyoped into that cave where we can only see what they say, and that's 100% true.
Well, Google and Apple.
If you get outside of the Google stuff, and you get Brave, or you get another browser, Tor, something like that. You get outside of the search engine that is Google. You use Brave or something else to do searches with. In fact, you can't even trust DuckDuckGo anymore because they're limiting things now.
Yeah, start browsing the deep web. Get your onions. There's so many layers there.
Just use Brave. Supposedly that's not bad.
It's not. I have it. Oh wait, I meant to highlight that and it went away. There we go. Mr. Tickle Trunk, stop doing that. Mr. Tickle Trunk suggests, and I agree, for a Canadian $2, let's get naked. Well, I mean, not right now on the stream, but if hey,
too late.
It is what it is. All right. Anyway, should we move back to Yahoo? Yahoo. Yeah, I love
Netscape.
Let's get our Hotmail back.
Oh my God!
We didn't have all these problems when American Online was a thing.
Hey, you know what? The moment people stopped using ICQ, the world went to shit.
Yo, ICQ was the bomb.
I'm gonna ask this question. Didn't ICQ have the best notification sound?
Uh-oh.
It was so great. I love that thing.
Yeah, it didn't get annoying at all.
What came out? I think what came out after that was Trillium, right? And Trillium tried to link ICQ and all other social messengers all in one platform. If you guys remember Trillium, Trillium was right after that.
Yeah, it was. I had a lot of different messages. There you go. Yes, Brian Barth. I really did enjoy a face in the crowd. Thought it was great, and it's quite prophetic phone. Matt G says for 4 months member says I do follow Carlin's philosophy. Humans suck. LOL. Yes,
we do.
Yes, we do. Oh, Kareem's here. All right.
That's fine. The Earth will be here forever. The people are fucked.
That's true. That's true. Hey, what's up, Kareem? For $9.99. Did you guys see the artificial womb they created to help population problems?
Yeah.
Also,
good things always come when we do that.
That is growing is in Africa. Every other country region is below replacement rate. Yes.
As long as it's a womb with a view, that's all that matters to me.
Why is this sounding more like the game Scorn?
I'm starting to. It sounds like a mix of Matrix and 1984 and Animal Farm, and I mean we can stack up all these these
transhumanism.
It's a heck of a Venn diagram, I tell you.
It is weird, man. It is
and
weird.
for only another $20,000, you can genetically engineer that child.
Yeah, being outside the mother's body through the first 9 months of your life couldn't possibly have any detrimental effects to the human psyche when they get older.
No way they could have disassociation issues or anything like that.
It's definitely been tested plenty before
a luxury tax on any child that you want to engineer to be white.
Oh gosh, let's not even go into that. Let's just do this. Storyman Jack for $5 says, and on a better note, check out my stories. There goes my ad budget for the first quarter. You know what? Thank you, Storyman Jack. And many of you, if you don't know Storyman Jack, write stories, and they're awesome. They're great. He spends time recording them, putting music behind them, sound effects. During the Halloween part of the year, during October, he puts together a series of horror stories. I just said films, not films, but horror stories. They're well produced, and the stories are fantastic. Do check out Storyman Jack.
He said horror stories.
That's not. I didn't mean to say that. Let's see what else we got. Hey, Clobby's here. Happy New Year, Clobby. That's right. Yeah. Let's see.
Matt Vader's here too. Happy New Year, Matt Vader.
I said hi to Matt multiple times. He's $8.
Happy New Year. You don't want him to have a Happy New Year? What are you going to get Matt?
That's $8 Matt Vader down there.
He doesn't want anybody to have a Happy New Year but himself.
Wow.
Yeah,
he's selfish.
Happiness.
He's the Grinch who stole New Year's.
I give up.
Him and his
just like Kanye wants to change it to New Year.
Oh, so we can start calling culture
back. Look, and this is the thing, and I just want to say thank you to both Kareen and Storyman for your recent super chats. But I want to say this: we just need to come together. Unity is the only thing that will save us all. And I'm not kidding.
Together.
I'm not kidding. I know it's
right now.
Over culture.
I gotta pee.
I might have to pee, but let Jason has something up in the background. He wants to show the shirt.
He's got something up his background.
We're gonna pull a Pasaki here. You ready? Here's a Pasaki moment. Circle
this
back.
Is from earlier discussion. There's Patrick Mahomes. Right? You want to flip? There it is. Boom.
Yay.
That's totally legal. Totally legal.
I love watching Russell Wilson lose.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's like some PS3 shit.
It was
crazy stuff.
Let's all take a minute and laugh at the Denver Broncos for ruining their franchise for the next 5 years.
Hey, Russell Wilson, I'd sure hate for Ciara to leave you and take half of all your money.
All right. Anyway. Well, let's do this. Let's talk about award shows because I know that's what you guys want to talk about.
What?
So the Oscars apparently have a cash value. I don't know. Hello, Dolly De Leon. I don't know. James Corden in The Whale and Where Have the Globes Parties Gone? Look, let's just say this. And the whole reason I brought this article up is because nobody cares about the award shows anymore. Nobody.
No. Well, the reason why no one cares is because Hollywood over the last 10, 15 years has become increasingly hostile towards its own domestic film market and the people who go to see their movies. So now it's gotten to the point where people just don't care about celebrities dressing in $1 million outfits and patting themselves on the back for a few nights out of the year. It's like people generally just don't care.
In a speech,
getting $100,000 goodie bags.
Yeah,
but that's just
it's way more than 100,000.
But if you look at awards in general, game awards are pulling in more of an audience than anything the Emmys, Oscars, or anything else right there. If you actually look at them, whether it's on a YouTube or on Twitter, they're doing the live broadcast. Game awards are the only things of award shows that are actually pushing anything. Hollywood's dying because of ego, and as they were saying, the hostility towards the viewers. Yet they still want our money. Yeah. You don't get to treat us like crap and then say, "Hey, give me $5."
Well, Hollywood made the investment of the international film market, which now accounts for 2/3 of its overall box office. So they thought that by doing that they can piss off their own fan base domestically and figure, hey, we're just going to get that money back from China. It doesn't matter. People here hate us anymore. And now they're not getting that money back that they were getting a few years ago. So they're in kind of the mud.
See, what I think ruined it. Sorry, go ahead, Bram.
No, go for it.
All I was going to say is I think what actually ruined it and put it over the edge was them celebrities all in black and white singing Imagine.
Yeah, that's true.
That probably killed it. And then they're naked trying to sell us what about voting. Let's show
ruined for me.
Yeah,
back in my teens when they stopped actually giving awards to movies that people might actually see.
Well, and that's the other problem.
There's no reason to watch the award show if nobody's seen the freaking movies.
Well, that, and as Tim suggests, you don't have good hosts anymore. Ricky Gervais made it worth tuning in, to see what he was going to do to the hopped up humans that consider themselves better than each and every one of us.
They should get Dave Chappelle to host the Oscars and see what happens.
Well, I was about to say, thanks to Will Smith, you're not going to get any good comedians to do the host for the Oscars or the award shows now.
That's not true. At least they'll get new sponsors like insurance companies when they get assaulted.
No, but I think they should embrace that. I want to see all the nominees fight for the Oscar.
Royal Rumble.
Like in a ring match. Yes.
Yeah.
Like cage match.
Cage match, yeah.
Golden Globe on a pole match.
It needs to be sponsored by Arnica Cream.
Arnica Cream?
Oh, wow. Way to loop that back, too.
Oh, that'd be better. That'd be the best thing ever. The best lying celebrity.
All seriousness, the Arnica, there is a brand, there's a blend, a percentage, a potency, Arnica 35.
Right.
Mrs. Boss actually uses it, and it does work to reduce bruising and all that. It's not a miracle drug. Doesn't take an hour. You have to, repeated applications and whatnot, but it actually does work.
Does it help with bruised egos though?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Look, I'm saying full contact Oscars. I'm with you, the Union of Amateur Strategists. Indeed. Yeah, Billy Crystal was a must-see Oscar. That's true, but we don't have good hosts anymore.
No, because they're too smart.
Yeah, Jethro Tull won an award for best metal band. Yeah,
over Metallica.
God, it was insane. Yeah, Oscars sponsored by Thunderdome. Thank you, Chatimal, otherwise known as the Skull Assassin.
I wouldn't mind seeing Hollywood in a battle royale, and the last team survived gets an Oscar. Everyone else goes to the hospital. There you go. Show's over.
If Morgan Freeman hosted the Oscars, I think you could get away with that.
He should monologue it though, like the March of the Penguins,
right?
Well, I think I think if he wouldn't even have to be on stage, right? He could just be like the voice of God for the show. Yeah, it'd be freaking rad. I would love that. It'd be incredible. I know this. We got another super chat from our good friend Hillis Mallory. Thank you again, Hillis, for $2 saying I stopped carrying Out of Africa best pick Oscar. Wow, that's way back in that's way back in the time machine. Holy cow, you're in our age range. That's awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of things that turn me off to the Oscars, but nobody's seen any of this stuff.
Well,
right?
and when Annie Hall beat Star Wars for Best Picture, I mean that just was
Annie Hall. Okay, I'm weird because I like some Woody Allen films, right? But no. It was wrong.com for that to happen in so many other ways. But I'm going to say this. The Golden Globes are on a Tuesday. It's January 10th. This is let's throw out a piece of shit award show. And I just cursed on my channel, which I don't do.
Sunday night.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Not a lot.
Yeah, you do.
No, on Sundays I do. Okay, it's true. But on January 10th,
yes, on the Lord's Day of Rest, that's when you choose to go.
Yeah, screw these people. I'm just drop some F-bombs.
I mean, nobody's gonna watch this thing. Nobody cares. There's no parties going on. The Oscars versus the Globes. Okay, here's the cash value conversation. This will be fun. Let's see. All right, so Orson Welles sold. No. I don't care about this. It's not giving us actual numbers.
Oscar took a huge 142,000 more than the Globes.
That's not fun. I don't care. You know what? I thought they were going to give us actual money value. They didn't. They suck.
You have to go by the gift bags. What you do is you go back every year of the Oscars and you see the values of what's in each gift bag, and you see that's how much the shows cost. I think that's what it is. How the expense of the gift bag the celebrities get shows the value of the show.
The
bread. All right, now I want a gift bag for showing up every time on Culture's Stream.
Oh, you get to drop an F-bomb. That is the gift bag.
No. You guys have been making me dance.
15 seconds. 8 seconds now.
Somebody found the dang thing too.
Look, of course he did.
Yeah, that had to be Grant. But wait, it's not Grant. Is it Fat Steven? Who's
no,
I got it.
Any button.
It's me.
I don't know,
all right,
I got a message, but I can't find it.
You guys are killing me. What is this AOL thing happening?
It's that princess in Nigeria. She's trying to get a hold of me again. I gotta hurry up.
Okay. Oh, no. I know this. The Atlantean. I have missed this dude. How's it going, brother? Says, hail one, hail all. Here's to a new year with new shenanigans for $5. Thank you, the Atlantean. I hope you're doing well, brother.
I got that one too.
Tom, you're hungry.
I am kind of hungry. I don't want to do that again.
Atlantean's like, knock it off.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing shit.
That is to you.
You know what? Ordinary people winning over Raging Bull. Dude, so many films have won awards they shouldn't have won. Right? This has happened, right? But now we have films nobody's ever seen winning these things. I mean, seriously. As much
not
as
only just movies that people haven't seen, movies you have no interest in even watching, even if someone recommended it to you.
Right.
That's what I mean. It's all art crap. I mean, they're patting themselves on the back. Things that everybody would want to go see, they completely ignore. Things that make money, they ignore.
I mean, the film Tar is Kate Blanchett playing a lesbian who gets Me Too'd for like 2 hours and 45 minutes. It's like, how am I supposed to sell that to a normie?
Same way AOC tried to sell a film.
Except I gotta say that one scene in the middle. I haven't seen the movie, but that clip that floated around for a while, where she basically puts that.
I will say this, as someone who has seen the movie, that's like maybe the first 10, 15 minutes, and then you don't see another scene like that for the rest of the film. So,
and she's the villain too, right?
Yeah.
So
that movie.
There's this really interesting thing about this orchestra director, I guess, this Tar, right?
Someone's like looking dial-up porn.
Oh, get out the phone. I'm online.
I think that film might win Best Picture, but there's like 8 people in the world that have seen it, and I know Kate Blanchett apparently does a great job. I've seen a couple of clips from it, but I haven't watched the movie.
I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it's not a bad movie, but it's like it's also not a movie that the average person will go out of their way to see. Like, you have to be very, very into like artsy filmmaking, like, you know, camera styles, know all the terminology to even appreciate a lot of things they're doing in that film. That's just not your average moviegoer.
No, most people haven't gone to film school. You know, I'm sorry, they just haven't.
The artsiest thing you were going to get me to see this year was Blonde, and that was because of Ana de Armas.
Yeah, Ana de Armas. Yeah, I think that was a lot of reason. You know, hey, we got to talk about that if we have time. But about movie trailers, but we'll get there in a second. I need to ask Tom. Tom, are you going to pre-order The Boys in 4K 3D? I didn't even know this was an option.
No, I don't know what the hell that is.
The Boys, it's that show.
The vampire film.
Oh, no.
Oh, Boys, fucking Amazon.
That's that show on it. If they have a 4K, there's no 4K 3D.
Why would it be?
He's making shit up.
Oh, all right.
Hold
Okay.
on.
Jin Wong for an Australian $2 says gift bag suggestions: a stick of gum and a rubber. Well, hey, you know that works. I think I could probably. That's in my budget.
That's what the military gives you when you got shore leave.
A stick of gum and a rubber.
I know the
Speaking of Marilyn Monroe,
there's
a producer named Jessica Ville. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. She is working to raise money. She's doing a petition right now. She's wanting to make an actual, real, true, faithful biography of Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, that'd be great.
So she's Jay
Goodbye, no, Gene.
Instagram.
Such a great song.
Though I never knew you at all.
Elton John really did kind of bookmark a lot of people's lives, right?
And it seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind. That's what it should be called.
Candle in the Wind.
Candle in the Wind.
Yeah.
Is there an echo?
Goodbye, no, Gene.
I'm not seeing that about Jeremy Renner.
I know he got in a very bad accident.
It's been all over. I don't know why. What are they saying now about him?
Somebody in chat just said he died.
No, not that I've heard.
I got one question.
The latest thing I got here is critical but stable condition. Let me check.
Critical but stable.
That's what I kept saying or seeing. I mean,
I have one question going back to media. Have you guys watched Tulsa King yet? And are you a
fuck yes?
Dude, I want the season finale so bad. I burned through the whole first season of this today.
That's what I'm watching as soon as I get off here.
Oh, Sylvester brings it, man. Dude, that is such
I
a good.
I caught the first episode of 1923. That's pretty good too.
Mm-hmm.
Tulsa King is fucking the tits, though.
Funny, I love it,
and it's just getting better.
It is.
I know, right? And I get so mad when the show gets over.
Dude, the last episode was 35 minutes. I'm like, I got ripped off from 10 minutes. What the hell?
Well, it doesn't matter. I miss this. It's like the Cobra Kai thing. It's one of the reasons why I love that. Is like you get that feeling at the end of the show. You're like, you son of a bitch, I want more. You know, like you can't end there. I hate that. You know, but I love it at the same time. It's, you know,
dude, that car chase scene.
Or are you just looking for confirmation?
He's smelling his beard.
Oh, okay.
So he was plowing snow.
That's what it sounds like. I don't know if he was in like a snow plow or if he was pushing like a push plow.
I had
or something
nothing to do
happened.
with that.
No clue.
You checked Jeremy Renner, right? Yes.
Yeah, we have.
The death is a hoax. I just pulled it up on Media Mass.
Right, but we don't even know. But we don't even know what the actual accident was. Yeah,
it was an accident while plowing snow. That's the most detail I've been able to find.
Yeah.
The latest update is 8 minutes ago, and he's in critical but stable condition. He's receiving excellent care. That's an 8 minute ago thing.
He has a home in the area near Mount Rose Ski Tahoe, about 25 miles from Reno. The region saw winter snow hit on New Year's Eve that resulted in 35,000. Yeah, nothing in here about what happened. Just,
there goes season 2 of Hawkeye.
You think there was going to be a season 2?
There's been rumors floating around, but
I think he was going to be involved.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. He's receiving excellent care, according to Deadline.
34 minutes ago, all of them direct, coming soon, everywhere.
Yeah, every single piece of news is just that he's in critical but stable condition.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn, that's good.
Critical does give you a bit of pause, though. I mean, it's
it does. Yeah. This is unbelievable. 2023 is not great. Let's just put it that way. So
we lost Barbara Walters before the new year, and now
we
got Renner in the hospital.
Yeah. Hey, Ryan Dyer wished me a happy new year. Happy New Year to you, Ryan Dyer, if you're looking at this right now. Brahma, can you find Legion of Memers tweets for memes tonight for us so we can show those?
Did they make any memes for tonight?
There's a few memes.
Oh, it's easy.
Are they did you make like a show announcement they're putting them under, or do I just need to look at the hash?
Oh, I know. Hashtag? I don't know. I don't think I did. I mean, they do what they do.
Yeah, I'll start doing some searching.
I'll ask them.
This is an interesting name. Channel name. That's interesting. All right. Oh, man. Let's see. Yeah, I hope he recovers, but celebrities are dropping like flies. I think people are dropping like flies. Let's just be honest about it. And you know what? That area, I love Tahoe, but man, in the winter, some of that stuff is treacherous as heck. You ever driven those roads? Holy cow, in the snow? Crazy. Yeah, we did lose a pointer sister, and we lost Irene Cara, and we've been losing people left and right. Southern
Norm McDonald.
Indeed. Yeah, no, God, I don't want to talk about Norm, or I don't want to talk about anything.
2022 was a brutal loss, not just of good people, good comedians.
2023 is going to be just as bad.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you.
Yeah, did we just bring up the Jeremy Renner thing?
It's a booster thing.
Well, Pele, let's not do that. Okay, Jason, I like my channel.
Well, all I'll say is this: is that the official reason that they've given for him being in critical yet stable condition doesn't make a lick of sense. It seems like something that's very PR crafted. Because if he just got hurt in a snowplow accident, then just say that. You know what I mean?
Critical, but stable is fine. That's a legitimate hospital thing.
They didn't say anything about coma, so it means he is probably still conscious. He's just probably self-induced while they're working on whatever the hell happened.
With no other information, all critical but stable means is whatever happened to him means if he wouldn't have got help, he would have died. What stable means is they got him help, and he's stable at this time. Does that mean he's going to make it through? We don't know. Yeah. That just means he's stable at this time. It means his chances went up 50%.
Well, he is an Avenger. He is an Avenger.
Maybe a little bit more than that. I'll be honest with maybe a little bit more than that, but yeah.
And Apollomes would know I-80 is bananas. So that is not a fun road to drive. There's no doubt.
Apollomes was saying he drove 180 miles per hour.
No. That's I-80. Why? Apollomes is a truck. You know what? You're fired.
I have no idea. All I know is I'm not going to believe anything until it comes out from some reliable source.
Okay, this is a good question. Darcipio, Tom, you're here. I'm glad you're here. And Darcipio asks, what's up with Sylvester Stallone being PO'd about not owning the rights to Rocky? He does partially own them, Tom.
No, he doesn't.
What?
No, he doesn't have any of the rights. And from the best I could find is his lawyers fucked him over years ago when he could have went and got him. That's all I can find out. I don't know what the fucking deal is. All I know is he signed his rights away He should have went and got him back when the 35-year deal come up, and I think he lost. I don't know what happened if his lawyers fucked him out of that to where the time period for him to do that lapsed or what. But now he has no sway, rights to anything over Rocky.
This is what you're talking about, right? This is why I came clean. This actual video right here. You can't make peace with someone who's been so nefarious, in my opinion, said Sloan. This has to do with him and his family will not own the rights.
That's so messed up. That's so messed up. Jason, is this safe to share?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, sure.
Wow.
This is the filmmaker who is working on the new Marilyn Monroe movie. She's trying to.
Is there more pictures?
I'll give her something to work on.
I'll give her a thumbs up.
Guys, okay, now those are very male responses, but she's actually working on a real story.
I'll give her a thumbs up with my pinky.
She's a documentary and narrative filmmaker.
Hey, she's flaunting it. Don't say she ain't.
You can't just. No one sits that.
Those are glamour
I got
shots
one. I got
right
one.
there.
I got one.
No one sits like that naturally ever.
I'll give her.
You don't trim the tree dressed like that.
Yeah. What are you decking the halls with?
Okay, so
I'll deck her halls.
Jason's finding more pictures. This is great. Okay, well, look, Fat Steven has a story for us. Is this safe, Steven?
That's Stallone. That's what I was just reading about, telling you about.
Thank you.
This is literally the New York Post.
They fucked me, and now I don't have no rights to Rocky. It's bullshit.
So
they're greedy.
Do you want to just see this or no?
Sure.
I'm asking Culture because I don't want him to get in trouble.
He ain't saying no.
With Erwin Winkler and how he has.
This is Sirius XM will get claimed right away.
Yeah, okay.
Now you say that, jerk.
No, I didn't know who it was from.
I'm just.
I saw the bug on it. Sorry.
You're a bug.
I
wrote it. I thought it would be nice to. I was gonna do the quote.
He has no beef with Michael G. Borden and saying he would sign on for Creed 4 as long as Winkler and his son David were not involved. So that's something to do with Winkler.
Well, that's a good sign that they may not kill him, at least in Creed 3.
Well, this is what Bryant Barr says. What if they kill Rocky? They better not.
If they were to kill him off screen, there would be an uproar.
Yeah.
And if he's not signed,
can we get a translator for Rocky? Yes.
Hey yo.
Stallone made it clear it was never about money for him, but more of wanting to leave something from him, to leave something from Rocky behind to his family.
Yeah, and I agree with Vertical Horizons. Let's put Rocky in the ring with the that old man producer that stole the rights from him.
Mickey?
No, the old dude that stole the rights.
The ownership of the Rocky franchise has been a touchy topic for Stallone, who was paid $75,000 for his original screenplay plus acting fees plus 10 net points, which earned him at least $2.5 million on the first film.
But that's just for the first script.
Our commitment to him was that he could star in it. This is what Winkler said. This is in 1983. We convinced United Artists to give us the money to make it. They would give us a limited amount of money, and they said that we had to put up our houses as collateral. We really mortgaged ourselves to make sure that we brought it in on time, and we did. I think the video is going to show more, and we can't do it because I don't want him to get claimed.
Yeah, no, it's just I know SiriusXM immediately claims stuff, so yeah, they're not nice people. I do know this: we're definitely going to get an all-female Rocky reboot. Yes, we are, BLT.
Yeah, Stallone was promoting his upcoming TV series Tulsa King when Shaw asked the 76. He's 76.
He doesn't look that old.
Holy.
And you know what? Did you see Samaritan? I'm not going to spoil it for anybody here, but it's a pretty good film. If you got to get through the first 20 minutes, right, and then it picks up, right. So once you're past the first 20 minutes, it picks up. It's a good film. Tulsa King's amazing. I have not finished it yet, Tom. No spoilers. I'll spoil. I'm just going to say,
hey yo, Andre, I did it.
The great John Beck, the John Beck, for a $20 super chat says, "Hey, Happy New Year. Sly is bummed, but at least he didn't end up like Tommy Robinson." Wow.
Boom. Question mark? Question mark?
I think Tommy Robinson, wasn't he the boxer that wasn't he the boxer that the character was based on?
Question mark? Question mark?
We
Tom?
went over who it was based on just a few weeks ago, didn't we?
So it says based on Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, yeah, Rocky was secretly Jennifer Lawrence.
Okay.
I think that's Tommy Machine Gun's real name.
All right.
Tommy Gunn?
Yeah. Because he got AIDS and died. It's very sad.
Everybody's full of like super fun news today.
And helium.
I forgot to switch the voice, okay?
Get along for a $2 Australian super chat. IP laws are horse poop. Always screws a small guy. I agree with you. IP laws are horse poop. Hey, Zacharot's here. Happy New Year, Zacharot. Tommy Morrison. There you go. Bam, bam.
I was gonna say, I'm not sure that's his real name. I think Tommy Morrison was his real name.
Holmes, help me. Holmes Goad. Holmes Gout.
Good.
Holmes Good. Oh, there, I said it right. Holmes Good. $16. This country was wow. I said that wrong. This country was literally founded upon the prospect of self-evident truths. There is no more self-evident truth than what is a woman. Wow. Strong statement.
Culture, can you read this country again like you did before?
No, I cannot.
Okay, damn it.
But it happened at 1:39:36.
Putting Cuntley into my audio bank.
So yeah, so Chuck Wepner was who Rocky was based on. So I have to say, the John Beck, I am ignorant here about Tommy Robinson. So for whatever reason,
I think he means Tommy Morrison, the character from Part 5, who is actually a boxer in real life who died of AIDS.
Okay. All right.
See, because when I look up Tommy Robinson, it starts talking about a British far right, can't read the rest of the words, convicted and something.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I see on Tommy Robinson as well.
Yeah, that's not something
He went by Tommy the Machine Gun in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
Chuck Wepner is the fight that loosely inspired Rocky. Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and that was the Wepner versus Ali, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, no, I feel it.
Yeah, you're right. Morrison is also known for his acting career having starred alongside Sylvester Stallone in the '90 film Rocky V as Tommy Gunn, Gunn.
I think we're getting some crossed wires in the chat.
It's okay. I have crossed wires, but it's because I'm old. And we only
and it's a weave, that's why.
Horsehair.
Well, that's the best way to put it in is if you do like a crosshatch.
These are my friends, everybody. This is the first day of the year. These are my friends.
And this is
Hammer. So notice he subconsciously rubs his hands through the hair. Just so he can show you all it's real.
Yeah. Culture, I have an answer to that question. What is it?
Okay, but 2 seconds. Mr. Grant Gregory.
Can we watch him at Casino comb his hair?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Mr. Grant Gregory for an Australian $5 says, "What's the difference between a hippie chick and a hockey player? A hockey player showers after." Whoa, boy!
They're not people; they're hippies.
Brett, you guys.
I hate hippies.
OMG TC. That's right, indeed.
Oh my God, that's culture.
Did we have any memes at all, Brahma?
I could not find any. They are kind of messing with our buddies over at the member stream right now. So.
Oh, okay. All right.
Division, yes.
The John Beck for another $20. Thank you, John Beck. My goodness. Merry New Year again. Tommy Gunn was played by Morrison, there you go, who died of AIDS. The funny thing would have been having Rocky's opponent be Butterbean. Yeah, that was a weird boxer guy. He was like a solid mound of human flesh with a bald
He was great
head.
in Popeye.
Anyway, tis what it is. It puts the conditioner in the basket. That's right. You guys are great. I love all of you. No, I think the hair is an alien life form that is the mastermind behind the Culture Casino show. I think you're right.
Could very well be like a parasite.
It's a brain sucker.
It's a symbiote. It's actually a symbiote.
Not a parasite. You're right. Thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to offend you, sir.
No. It's fine. I think the parasite. I mean the symbiote's okay. Hey, Katina's here. Just wanted to say hello. Hi, sweetie. Hope you're doing well. Happy New Year. All right. Let's see. Best fight.
Happy New Year
was in WrestleMania. Dude,
which also I was gonna say I knew him more as a wrestler than I did. I didn't know he was an actual boxer before.
Yeah. There were some.
No, I never knew him as a wrestler. I've only seen him box. He was in WrestleMania, but he boxed at.
Oh, was it really? Okay. King of the Ring. I guess I never really knew he was an actual. Okay, let me rephrase that. I never knew he was an actual athlete. I only knew him as a movie star / actor, what have you. But
yeah, he actually did box.
Oh,
hard to knock him down.
I can imagine.
I imagine his losses came from him winding himself.
It's kind of like with Andre the Giant is like, you won if he let you win. And
yeah, it's true.
Or Tank Abbott in the UFC.
Yeah.
If you survive the first 45 seconds, you probably got him.
And it's weird because Andre the Giant was great in everything that he did. He was just supposedly, based on all reports, a wonderful human being.
To answer Brian's answer, though, I think it's subjective. But if we're going quantifiable natures, Rocky wins because there's more movies, bigger box office. It won an Oscar. Keep adding on to the pile there, I guess. But the fact that Sylvester Stallone is two of the most recognizable characters out of the 80s is amazing. That's one thing that can't be overlooked.
Would you say that Rocky is a better character over Rambo, though? Because Rambo eventually became a caricature of himself.
That's very true, tue, and that's the thing.
Rocky? Well, wait a minute.
No, you go to that last Rocky movie that he did, the final one, where he had to fight the commission to be able to keep boxing. That's an excellent one. His speech in front of the commission, I teared up. I was like, God, I can feel this. That was an excellent movie. It's called Rocky Balboa. The last one was it?
Rambo is more inconsistent. It's inconsistent, yes.
But a lot of that was because of what they had to do to the first. I don't want to get into it.
Well, and Rocky also was a character he created himself. Rambo was based on a character in a book.
Yeah.
It was very different from what Stallone's version was. So
I love the Rambo films. Sorry,
I do too.
And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the Rambo movies. I'm just saying that eventually, Stallone himself even said.
Okay, so we've now. Okay, but I just want to clarify. We have cleared up the issue with the new Marilyn Monroe film. Yes.
I didn't know there was an issue.
Yeah. The one that's being worked on right now. Jason's
I was trying to work on her.
No, Jason's clarifying this with a new image, so I'm gonna.
Oh,
she's trying to make a new.
Okay, so here it is. I can't hear her.
Oh my God!
I can't hear it.
I'm not gonna put
sound on. She could be Betty Boop too.
I was just gonna say she'd be I'm thinking like live action Betty Boop movie.
Or
Jesus Christ!
She's got a good cosplay of Shigo from the Kim Possible series. She does some of this too.
Now let me ask you a question. So is she's a film producer, right?
She's a film producer director.
Okay.
Does she have
she has
a catalog
of or directed them? Or she's trying to.
No, she's got an IMDb listing. She's got a list of credits. It's not very long because she's young, but she does have some stuff.
That's interesting. See, I like the fact that people want to.
She ain't as green as she is young, huh? Is that what you're saying?
Tom, say it. Tom, say it.
Oh,
Tom.
hang on.
Tom, say it. Tom,
hold on.
Jesus
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here he is, the one, the only,
All right, very good. All right, cool.
He earned it.
Okay. Well, anyway, Rod says Bret Hart said Andre the Giant needed 24 beers to even get a buzz. 48 beers is where he really started to get a big buzz going. Holy cow, he was a big man.
He drinks six packs
for his beer. He always paid everywhere he went for his alcohol because a beer in his hand was like
like a thimble,
shot glass.
Or a shot glass, yeah. He would sit there with like a 6-pack and drink the whole thing at once.
Yeah. Big dude.
Horny Alf says, I posted a meme.
I posted one too.
Thank you very much for promoting the Odyssey channel. I appreciate you, amateur strategist. Yeah, Betty Boop, indeed. That's a perfect Betty Boop.
I just said that.
That's what we all said.
We just said that.
I was just a chat.
Jason, can you put that video in the private? For science?
I did. I put a link to her Instagram in the chat. Yes.
Private chat.
Yeah.
I love you.
That's right. One nation under Rod. For Rod's sake.
Oh my.
Mecca J, what is up, Mecca J?
Why does it look like Jason has a ball gag in his mouth? 6 says.
I know it's
because
really
of that
weird.
red microphone tip. Just the tip.
Why isn't 6 in here? She's in the chat.
Maybe because she's working.
Wow, she could pull off a Mary Jane too. That redhead picture at Disneyland, holy! And an Ariel.
I think
this is why 6 is not in here.
I think the loss of Andre the Giant was felt by a lot of different industries.
Yeah.
I mean, just in many people, just a guy that touched the world in a lot of different ways. I mean, I'm sorry, Princess Bride would not be the same.
No,
anybody want a peanut?
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, Andre the Giant could outdrink a frat party. That's right, he probably could. He'd be like, "I'm going to take this whole thing." Yeah. Hey, the John Beck for another $10 super chat. Thank you, John Beck, the sponsor of this evening's show. Andre the Giant couldn't use toilet. He deuced in the tub and left water on it to break it up and get it down the drain. And that girl is 100% Betty Boop. Well, there you go.
They're totally unrelated, but yeah.
Yes, that is a way to get 2 supers for the price of 1.
That's funny that he went from boop to poop. That's hilarious.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, Tom.
All right. Well, The Princess Bride is a perfect movie. Yeah, there's not very few perfect movies. That is one of them. By the way, we are going to start wrapping it up, but we're not going to do so without at least one meme. Which is Mike. For whatever reason, Jason, 6 really did think that was a ball gag. I don't know why.
Mine's in the gutter.
That would kind of negate my ability to talk throughout the entire stream. But okay.
Well, yeah. You have a very low volume tonight. You need to wrap it up just a little.
Hang on, let me see if I'm even using the right microphone.
There you go. Well, Turo says if culture, and I'm gonna let you guys do this. This is on you guys. I will say nothing other than if you say filthy things. But if Culture Casino was Andre the Giant's size, what would his catchphrase be?
It's a
wash your hands.
Wash your hands in the tub water.
It's a weave.
Yeah, it's a weave.
He can have moves like the weave maker.
Is Jolly even here? I feel like Jolly fell asleep.
Anybody
want to do it? I'm just listening in.
No, all right.
Crazy guys just going nuts, so I'm just enjoying the show.
Jacob.
What?
If I were the size of Andre the Giant, what would my catchphrase be?
I got nothing.
Thanks. Tom.
It's real.
Let's see here.
Cool.
Infinite flatulence.
Back in my pocket.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I'm unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Thank you, Tom. That was awesome.
I am the Weavinator.
Sherry made me.
I'm
the
I say,
Sherry.
Here's the thing.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, the Ultimate Warrior was like the second. The Ultimate Warrior is like the second biggest pro wrestler in the 1980s, and no one ever knew what the hell he was talking about. So I mean, I don't really need one.
I'm gonna make the weave rise to the top.
Oh boy, you guys are terrible. I know this.
Oh, that's
lovely Sherry also made a meme.
I bookmarked it.
Andre used the hotel beds to. Whoa.
See, here's the thing, brother. It's unbelievable.
He was such a nice man, and here's the thing.
Wash your hands.
Mr. Tickle Trunk for a Canadian 5 says something I agree with. Do yourselves a favor, wrestling fan or not. Look up the many YouTube videos and documentaries of Andre the Giant's life. Yeah, he was a great man.
Do you think that Amber Heard was an Andre the Giant fan?
No, she was just a turd fan.
More hair care product, indeed. That sounds like a good slogan.
Andre the Giant would not have his career without the help of Jennifer Lawrence.
That's probably true.
Definitely true.
Yeah.
Nobody's a better big man than Jennifer Lawrence.
If you remember WrestleMania 3, Jennifer Lawrence was the first one to ever body slam Andre the Giant.
Really?
Yes.
Yep.
This is French. This was clever, 11 Alpha. Oh mon Dieu, le coq. That was French for my catchphrase.
Oh okay.
Because Andre the Giant was a Frenchman, wasn't he?
Right. Where's my brush?
Culture. If you were Andre the Giant's side,
Yes,
I think your saying would probably be for le coq and country. That's what it'd be. There you go.
At least there's
don't boo me.
At least there is no dong talk tonight. Well, I thought that was really cool that the Vietnamese currency is the dong. I thought that was interesting.
Well, I mean, it depends on what street you go to.
Culture likes dong, we know.
Yeah. You're going to get some culture now, whether you want it to or not. That's right. That's only a good thing.
Sounds aggressive.
Oh my God, the log.
Oh my God, the cock ring. Ding, ding, ding.
I can feel it all the way down to my palms.
Holler if you hear me, says Luke. What's up, Luke? Good to see you, buddy. Jennifer
That's the best
Lawrence
I got.
was actually the first giant. Well, there you go. I am Iron Man. That sounds great, Larry. A name so nice. You say it twice, Larry. Man, we're trying to wind down.
I am Iron Man.
No, you're just staticky.
I love that album. It's fantastic. Floral's here. Hey, Floral. Check out Floral's channel. Floral is criminally undersubbed.
Is he over 500 yet? Get Floral
I think
over 500.
I think he's at 454.
Ugh. All right. I'm going to post it in your chat again, Culture.
That's fine, please. Hillis Mallory for $2 says tagline, you just learned some culture. There you go. All right. You guys are fun.
But,
Thank you for the
but that tagline only works if you do a hair flip right afterwards.
Oh.
Like Fabio.
Okay, all right. You just learned some culture.
All
right, there you go.
Boo.
Yeah, boo.
Hey, Canadian Spider-Man. Good to see you, my friend. It's the only time I will say it that way, by the way.
Say what?
Spider-Man.
What?
Wait, Jeremy Cash versus Giant Casino. That'd be cool. Anyway, I think Brad Barth asked the question multiple times. What is it? Here it is. Who is better action star, Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone? Who?
Equal.
Yeah, I don't know that you could. I don't know how you would. I don't think you can separate the two guys. What do you think?
I mean, I think Stallone's more versatile than Schwarzenegger, definitely. But
they're both mumbled the same English.
I think Stallone's probably a better actor. He's also a better
Conan
director.
and T2 versus Rocky and Rocky and Rambo.
I think they catalyzed each other's careers really, because without one, you wouldn't have the competition. The perceived competition between the two, and everybody comparing them and all this stuff. And even there was even a wink and a nod to it in Twins
That's true.
Because, Schwarzenegger comes up and there's this Rocky poster or a Rambo poster or something, and he kind of does, and just grins.
Same thing with.
It was back and forth with that. You're right.
Yeah,
I think they fit into it. But I don't think either one of them would have been as successful without the other one.
Without the other.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that. And speaking of which, Apollomies, thank you for everything that you do. I know each and every one of us thank you and Subhuman and all of the many truckers, that actually do the gig for us on the regular. I don't want to reveal anybody else here in case they don't want me to go public with what they do. But for those of you who keep America going, thank you. Thank you so very much.
Yep.
And Canada. I mean, Canada probably needs truckers too. You guys are great. What do we got here, Brahma?
Got our couple of memes.
We got a couple memes. All right, let's do that. Let's take a look at what we have in store. You ready? Here we go.
Sure. First one is from the lovely Sherry.
Oh my. Wow.
Those
Can you make
short shorts?
Oh my God, the cock.
I feel like thank you, Sherry. I feel like those are a little short. That's a little short for me. I'm a little more modest than that, but I do look fabulous as Marilyn.
Who wears short shorts?
Wait, the shorts are the problem, not the heels. We get this right?
The heels are fine. I first of all, heels accentuate and lengthen your calves.
Proof that culture has worn heels.
Heels, yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know I could tell
it.
people that. Rod, I didn't know I could tell people you're awesome too. Yeah, I
He's
know.
a mother trucker.
I know, but I didn't know. I'm very careful with the people that I know stuff about, you guys. Oh, look at that. Culture King. Look at that. Oh, wow. By the way, if I were...
It's on fire.
I didn't light my hair on fire, though.
He's lighting a cigar.
What happened to your fingers?
Well, they're fat. Comes with heart disease. Your fingers.
A lot of arthritis from punching people.
There you go. Sex. Oh, Horny Elf posted another one. Oh, boy. Look at that. You guys are amazing. Uh-oh. Brahma's looking in real time. I should probably mute this. Mute that conversation.
You're muted right now, Brahma.
Yeah, he was talking. He's not really. I love it. Yeah, Luke's here. Okay. We got great group. Hey, Shags is here. Holy cow. Shags, you're in the group. Why are you not here? Oh, you know what? He's probably got his hair in a man bun. He doesn't want to come on and deal with that.
It's true. A lot of work to take.
I've always said it ever since I got back to Jamming Gears. Okay, Rod, I will tell everybody, and I will thank you too, brother. You guys are great. You don't even know how much.
I just make sure that if I have a man bun in, I just don't go on camera. That's all.
That's right. Yeah, and that's probably a smart decision. Speaking of, what the hell is it?
That's 100% accurate. I got that picture when you guys didn't know. This is what happens after the streams, and he's like, "It's not a. You guys got to quit telling everybody about the weave."
Well,
let me tell you something, brother. People are gonna believe you.
Culture, please shave your head like this.
I am not freaking Gallagher.
It's Culture Media, brother.
This is what
do it. Do it.
This is what you should do at 10,000 subscribers.
Yeah. What you gonna do?
Speaking of Gallagher, it's Shags. Hey, what's up, bro?
Don't let him
hair's pulled back pretty tight, like it might be in a bun.
Yeah, no, it's a regular ponytail.
Oh no!
I don't give a shit.
Can I do the beard? Can you make the beard a man bun as well?
Gary agreed with me, by the way. Remember?
What? What did he? What did
you don't get your hair back?
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He was on the show. I was there.
It was right before the ranch.
You look good, dude. How's it going? How was your New Year, bro?
It was good. I got to hang out with the Legion of Memers last night, which was hilarious. Interesting, yeah. It was, it was fun. I actually did a lot of work in my basement because we're remodeling, building the new office and all that stuff. So, yeah. But it was fun. We got the last coat of paint on. So we're just got to wait for the electrician and then the flooring.
Nice.
Yeah. But hopefully next week we'll have a new office to move into.
Yeah, I hope you do, man. I love remodeling stuff. That's like my jam. Love doing that.
Well, it's like an office studio. The plan is to hopefully is to build it in a way that I can expand it in case things get bigger and we can start doing more in-person stuff eventually.
I had so much fun, and I think you did too, and those other folks that were there when we were doing that show together. I felt like that has massive energy, right?
Yep. I prefer it.
Definitely a different feeling. Yeah, because you can also see social cues a little bit better with people in a room with you. I mean, when we did the one at my place, it was so interesting because the people on screen would still be talking kind of the way you do on a stream, but everybody that was sitting around the table, somebody would actually turn and be like, okay, I'm ready to talk. You actually can tell they're about to open their mouths.
Well, it was nice too. When we did ours in Orlando, you had Culture and Scotty pointing okay, you go pass it around. Everyone, it was just really well done. And everyone was just super pumped to be there. I don't know, it's easy to get in this situation sometimes to be a little bit more impersonal or what am I doing? I don't know. But when you're in person, there's energy, you can kind of feel it bouncing off everyone.
Yeah. Well, and I think, and it was really cool because I was enjoying it bouncing across the table. You and Nick were engaged for a couple of minutes there, and it was camera change, and I didn't care. I didn't want to talk. I was running the cameras, the mics. You guys were back and forth. It was incredible. That was on Sporkin's channel.
Yep.
I'd only wish we'd been able to do another show right after that on your channel.
Who got engaged?
What?
Who got engaged?
No, not engaged romantically, engaged in conversation. Come on.
Why were you bouncing on other people? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, the best part of that stream is when we all sung Queen and then realized that we were off air when we did it. So that was great.
Jacob had the best 5 minutes ever I think I've ever seen on a live stream, and I just wish there were more people there to see it. He just a machine gun point after point. It was great.
Yeah,
that's where you live, Jacob. You live in that that moment. I love when you live stream, dude. I really do. I think a lot of people don't know you have your own podcast stream thing that goes on. You want to promote that real quick? Because I think that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, Barroom Podcast will be back this week for episode 30. So, yeah, we've already gone through 30 episodes. So, we'll be talking about the biggest news and the entertainment of the day. And been doing a lot of 1-minute reviews on the YouTube shorts that have been very successful the last couple of days, too. So,
nice, man. Yeah. Is that a weekly show? Or
Yeah. It's every week. Every Tuesday night is when we do the show.
Oh, sick.
Oh my God. Got a nice little stable of people on there, too.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we got Cassie, Rob, Rick, C.S. Johnson, Orange Hat, Pete every now and then as well. So we got a good cast of people there.
Yeah.
How are you going to compete on January 10th when the Golden Globes are going on a Tuesday when your podcast is?
Oh, God.
Yeah, you can simulcast.
That'd be awesome.
For you.
Okay.
Yeah. Because then I don't have to watch it.
That's right.
Yeah, right. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
But I have to tell you, like I said, that's the coolest thing. So I can't wait till we're all able to do that more often, where we're able to pop in each other's studios, hang out, do an in-person show with everybody and all of that. And that comes with each of our channels growing. It comes with all of our brands getting bigger and all of that. That's what Jason wants to do. Jason does it in a professional way, even though people are miles apart. If you go and watch what Jason does, it's the same thing. Shags' shows are so great, especially the midweek hump. If you want to just get a really informal conversation going with some really spectacular guests. I mean, Gary Nerdrotic was on there last week and all that other stuff. So
Eric July next week.
Yeah, Eric July. I mean, dude, when I grew up, I want to be Shagsworth because I don't book guests at all. I suck at it. So. Yeah.
Shags looks frozen, but I don't think he is.
Put your hair in a man bun. You're halfway there.
He is frozen.
I'm pretty sure he is frozen.
Yeah, he's doing the culture freeze. That's what he's doing.
No, he's
better at it than you then.
Shaq, blink once for yes, twice for no.
Flare your nostrils for maybe.
Yeah, say ranch one time. Yeah, he might actually be frozen.
If
That's
he's playing
awesome.
the game, then he died about 30 seconds ago from
He
not
did.
breathing.
He's dead, and he's dead. He's not Canadian though. Speaking of Canadian, if you're looking for some gaming streams in the morning, check out Fat Steven's channel. He's gone. And if you want pure entertainment, Tom Connors is it no matter where he is, including Midnight's Edge in the morning, which is tomorrow morning, and of course Midnight's Edge After Dark in the evenings on Tuesday, Thursdays, and the weekly wrap up on Sundays. Brahma Bull hangs out. Yeah, Brahma Bull hangs out with a great bunch of humans from time to time. Most specifically, that 70s rock fan when they board, or they're regularly bored. Yeah, there's dude. We thought you were pulling a culture there, being all like.
No, my internet just was like, nope, fuck you. Oh, sorry.
I actually streamed a game yesterday, Culture.
And if you're going to do it, you got to be better at it. You just got to. You can't just sit there and sit still like that. That doesn't work. You got to actually do it like this to where you're still talking, and then you'll think you're still.
Yeah, my dog does the same thing Culture does. It'll, freeze against a fence and pretend you can't see him when. Or you
freeze with a really dumb face, like.
Anyway, I just trying to promote Brahma, but he's doing good stuff, and I'm glad you're doing some game streams. And then, of course, Snowdub. Snowdub has a full entertainment line of products available for you, including some new shows. So, if you aren't checking out the puppets, you should be. I get to hang out over there sometimes.
You were there like for 3 hours last night.
Yeah, I know.
What's going on, Snowdub? You let him play the song about me, but had him strip down the video to where it wasn't the funny part? I disagree with that.
He just told me he was going to strip down, and I agreed to it. I didn't know it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, last night's stream was epic. If you want to see something stripped down, last night was amazing.
I was on another stream, and people came in and were like, yeah, they just sang a song making fun of you. I was like, was it Brahma Smells? Yep.
Brahma Smells. It's one of the greatest songs ever created.
Brahma Smells.
We just wanted to let you know we were thinking about you, Brahma.
Brahma smells just
first time I've made it
like
onto a Snowdub stream.
A distillery.
That's right. Shags, do you have? I mean, obviously you have giant guests on your show. Do you have anything else to promote?
Giant guests? What?
Yeah, like BOE. I mean, Eric July.
You getting back to the Daily Shag?
John Cena.
John Cena is going to be on. He's on every week. You just can't see him.
Boo.
No. Womp womp womp.
You should check with D-Day Cobra. I hear John Cena follows him on Twitter.
Nothing huge. I would love to get back to the Daily Shag, but I don't know if my health could handle it. It was putting a lot of unneeded pressure on me to get stuff done, and eventually it'll come back. I'm going to start doing my goal for 2023 is to do at least one recorded video a week. Just something, any story that might be going on, along with the midweek hump. And cool. That's what I'm committing to right now because it's what I can do. But yeah, Eric July is going to be with us this week. And then we have a few guests lined up for the few weeks after. And then, the sky's the limit. That's really my focus is kind of expanding on midweek hump and seeing what we can do, get to 1,000 subs. I'm really pushing on Rumble. If you guys like watching video games, I play games over on Rumble, on my Rumble channel. So that's really what I've been on that. So that's really what I've been doing. I'm just trying to do things that I love and enjoy. And right now it's playing competitive games that I'm really bad at, but I have fun doing it. So that's all I care about.
That's awesome, bro. Yeah. Real quick, I want to get this because I want to make sure that I read it when Rod's available. Rod says, "Hail Culture and guests. So the mentioned merger in Canada, my bro got Shaw. They gave voice remote with 1 year Disney. How much longer can this go for Disney?" Well, okay. So I talked about the merger between the two megacore communications companies in Canada briefly. I'll probably expand on that in a video later this week. I'm not thrilled, and I don't think Canadians are probably thrilled. You are essentially creating one monopoly in your country. That's never good. We broke up our bills when that happened before. I hope you guys come to your senses and break that up eventually. Those two companies coming together as one is going to be a massive problem, especially for internet stuff, because now you're just locked in, right? But beyond that, giving people the Disney Plus thing on the Disney side of this conversation, Disney can't afford this, man. Their ARPU is amongst the lowest, and I've got a video coming out about that tomorrow that's Grant's probably editing as we speak. We have they're in a bad position financially. They lost so much value this year. I mean, single-handedly lost just a giant market value that I don't know that they're going to be able to recover from. I think Valiant Renegade would probably suggest the same things. Anybody else have any thoughts on this at all?
Well, I heard a little something that people are still trying to keep alive, that Comcast in a couple of years may be trying to buy Warner Brothers Discovery, which if you thought the Fox-Disney merger was bad, like the potential of Comcast buying Warner Brothers would be like that on steroids. I mean, they already have like, what, a 60% market share?
That would never happen, though. They already have Universal.
Yeah, they can't do it.
I just don't see it happening. And AT&T owns Warner Brothers now. It makes no sense.
Yeah, it would be an absolute nightmare if that thing ever came to reality.
Yeah.
Well, AT&T, do they still own DirecTV?
No.
I don't think so.
Okay. Because DirecTV's in trouble.
No, they divested themselves so they could...
They spun that out the same way they spun out Warner Brothers. I'm not sure if it was exactly a reverse Morris trust, but Tom, was it a reverse Morris trust? I don't remember. I know they spun them out.
I can't remember. I just know they had to get rid of it because they couldn't have that plus Warner Communications, cable, and all that business at the same time. It was a conflict of whatever you call it.
It's interesting because my app for AT&T, well, DirecTV streaming is still AT&T DirecTV streaming.
It's probably still tied through them, but no, it shouldn't be that. That is a fully self. It's not. It's a divested interest. I don't know how specifically it was spun out.
That's the word I was trying to find before, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be. Look, I mean, we have to get away from these megacorps, and I think the government doesn't like competition. I will always say that is always my first line of defense. The government doesn't like competition. When these corporations get big enough that they can actually have too much influence, they do something. We've had 20 years of the Wild West when it comes to these mega mergers. That's coming to an end. Hopefully it comes to an end in
Are
other
the corporations now in charge of the government? The government may not be in competition with them. They may actually be run by them.
Yeah.
We have to get away from that for sure.
I mean, like I said, we were just talking about Google and Apple not too long ago.
Well, hey, Google's got a comeuppance coming. Apple has a comeuppance coming. All of these mega tech firms. I mean, internationally, they're getting spanked. They're about to get hardcore spanked in the States. So I think, like I said, I think the government's going to go, you know what? Y'all got a little too powerful. Yeah, you got lots of money. We're gonna bust you back down to size. So we'll start to see that happening here in the future. So.
You got a lot of faith in government.
No, I do not. I have zero faith in government. I have faith in government self-interest, Shags. They don't want people more powerful than them.
People
they
just
want to control.
You got to consider, like, the Fellowship's the best place to go and search out like original good content. There's so many things that I've discovered since being a part of this that like people are working on. Like there's like almost no reason other than to like make fun of Hollywood to go see these big things or to consume these comics anymore. They're done. And as I said last night, I think, and a couple times this week, we just need a lot of these places to just perish, to die, and from the ashes something better will come.
Yep. Burn it down, baby.
And you know what? That's probably one of the wisest positions to take. I think the fact that we recognize how bad Hollywood is, but at the same time, we just watch us on YouTube, watch us on Rumble, watch us on Odyssey, watch us everywhere, because we keep our fingers on a lot of pulses. I follow you guys. I watch all of you guys. That's the craziest thing. It's like we're learning stuff from each other because each of us has some kind of a specialty or a perspective that nobody else does.
Well, I think this is how white life used to be. Like what used to happen was like my dad used to have like his 5 or 6 friends over, and they'd all hang out in the garage and they would talk about stuff and current events and all that. And I used to be there to see that. And now kids like lock themselves in their independent little like TikTok and stuff rooms, and then they can converse that way. Like this is our way to sort of share it with this generation. Like, okay, if you're going to be on the computer, this is how you can do it. This is how you can be involved with stuff. Here's this person who's making original content. They got a book, they got a comic over here. This guy's producing his own movie. Like consume that, because not only is it probably pretty good, but for like, I get to say, I talked to Eric July, the creator of Isom. Like, that's awesome. Selfishly, I could say that, but like, that's the point, it's just a fun thing to be involved in. And we're right here. We're all in it. Sorry to get excited.
No, you're right. It's kind of the Wild West, but kind of not. We're settling in to patterns and habits and best practices and that kind of thing. And you're right. There's nothing wrong with having bragging rights. For being able to talk to some people. I got a chance to interview Chad Coleman a couple of weeks ago. He's on the Orville. He was on The Walking Dead. He's got a new Christmas movie that just came out. And Eddie McClintock from Warehouse 13 just agreed to do an interview. We got a schedule. So I'm just like, this is cool stuff what we do here. And we should be excited about it, and we should be telling people about each other's channels and our channels and getting the word out and really promoting. Because we are the new media,
and they hate us. They hate us for it. I mean, I
think they're jealous and afraid more than they are anything else. Who'd we lose?
What's up, Steven?
Oh, he had to go. Oh, crap. All right. All right. Well, anyway, Happy New Year's, guys. Check out Fat Steven. He's going to do a great gaming stream tomorrow morning for you all. But you're right. You're right, Jason. I think that they hate us because we're better. I think they hate us because we have a perspective. I think they hate us because we can report the facts. Yeah, we're going to give our opinion on them, but we're going to tell you that this is what happened. At the end of the day, this is what happened. Think about it whatever you will. And I try to give multiple perspectives when I talk about stuff, especially on the 6 Minute Daily. In that limited period of time, I'm going to give you not only what the facts are, not only what the trade is reporting, but also my opinion. You're going to get all three things in that show. So,
I like how Culture said at the beginning of the night, "Oh no, I'm tired. I'm only going to do an hour of this show. It's not going to go on forever." Here we are.
You guys, I get with you. I get with all of you guys, right? I get with my hetero life mate who's right here, Tom Connors. This guy is one of the reasons I'm here, right? Is it and he and I, we talk behind the scenes. We hang out on like streams all the time. I'm fortunate that I have a mentor and somebody who's been doing it as long as he has. I don't know how you would do this otherwise. And that's why I always try to help other people, is because I've watched what he does. I've watched what Gary does. I've watched what, so many other people that I respect have done. I watch what Comics does. Comics is hugely influential to many of us on this stream. Right. And so it's one of those things. And then, from the pure entertainment stuff, it's all about the puppet guys. We got Snowdub there. And then we have our news people. We got Jason and we got Jacob. They're our news guys. We're freaking fortunate is all I have to say about it. That's
and DS Ford in the chat is asking, all these channels cropping up, we're all covering the same kind of thing. Is it overkill? We all might be talking about the same topics, but we're doing it in different ways because we've all personalities factor into it. How we approach these topics, what kind of opinions that we have, because like you said, my channel is mostly, we're news and commentary, but we keep them separate. The news thing is on Saturday morning. We've got the talk shows, we got the opinion shows, and so there's going to be a different kind of discussion on our channel than there would be on, say, like Comics Division or Midnight's Edge or that kind of thing. So I don't think it's overkill to have so many channels. There's a variety that you can choose from. Some are going to resonate more than others, and you find, I hate to say it, find your tribe, but you find the channels that you enjoy more than the others.
I can say that from a slightly different perspective too, because I follow like a lot of like gaming channels too, and a lot of like big like gaming YouTubers. Like let's put up a game like Among Us, for example. You'll have like 12 people in the lobby, and they'll all put like different versions of themselves like playing like the same game. But I think people look for perspective, and people look for an entertaining perspective. So if you're trying to get into kind of the content creation like bubble, it's like you can say in one sense it's oversaturated, but if you have a personality that appeals to people, I think that overdo any kind of oversaturation issues you may have. So
that's no problem.
And again, I mean, it is a perspective, right? Because again, I take a broader view, a wider view. Sometimes I'll step back and I'll give you an overview. I'll give you the business perspective as I see it and all of that. And not everybody does that. And then, you have what Shags was talking about, which is what 11 Alpha is talking about. You have the modernization, the democratization of a traditional salon, a place where people come together. They have different opinions. He was just talking about it. He went to the garage. His dad and his friends were hanging out in there. They were talking. I grew up this way. I literally, as a young person in before I even became a teenager, I was observing the men that were all in the neighborhood. They would come together, they'd have a conversation, or I would be allowed to listen to, the conversations at work and things like that. It was one of those situations where I think we don't often do that.
They keep attacking us, culture. They keep saying that we're whitewashed. There ain't nothing but a bunch of Hawaii people. But there is really diversity. We got puppets. We got bald guys. We got guys that look like a Sasquatch. We got a very handsome guy down here with the man bun. But we got a lot of diversity over here too. From X-Ray Girl to Saggy Melons to Rihanna Crowley. We got Drunk 3PO who brought in the Dark Council, and they still come after us with the same old rhetoric, the same old BS, and we keep proving them wrong day after day, and that's why our audience keeps continuing to grow and why their audience continues to go woke and go broke.
Well, as Vince McMahon once said to his stockholders, fuck them, pal, yeah.
I don't think you can really have oversaturation, because while some of us might be talking about the same thing, saying some of the same things, the more people that are saying it, the more chance that somebody from outside of the fellowship and all of our groups is going to get dragged in. The more people that are saying it, the more the algorithm, even though it's fighting against us, some random person's going to see it, then they're going to, tell a few other people. And that's the only way we can really grow. If it's just the same channels and we're not growing the amount of channels, then we're not going to grow the base.
Yeah.
We're not going to grow the subscriber list either.
Yeah. Well, and you need to. Go ahead, Jason.
No, go ahead, Chase.
I was going to say, it's always good to have like the options. Everyone said it. And, from a creator standpoint, it's great. Like the more people that are doing it, the better, because the free market can generate some of the best like product in the long run, because the people who are good at what they do and want to push a stronger message or up the quality of their product will do so. The more that these things sort of like crop up. But you got to be critical of what you're doing. And you as an audience member should be critical of what you're watching. If it's not resonating with you, then you should move on to the next thing, but there should always be some sort of option. And like everyone here offers a different perspective on news or entertainment. But for me, it's always been, how could I bring the Friday Night Tights, feel to the rest of the week, and how could I bring the sitting with your buddies in your garage feeling back, all that stuff is really important. So at least to me, and if it's not important to you, that's fine. I'm not going to grab all of Culture's viewers. I see we all mix in and we all sort of see each other now and then, but I know some of you have said I'm not your style, and that's fine. I'm not going to hit everyone, and that's the point. So
yeah, well, and the other thing with having more creators is that's more guests to be on different people's shows too. So we're not just cycling the exact same group of people over and over and over. You get to see new people. You get to find out if you like this other person as panelists coming on to a different show.
Yep.
And that's why, and again, that's one of the reasons why my panel, you'll see a lot of familiar faces, but you'll also see new ones. I like that. It's one of the reasons why my Sunday show in the morning, when I was doing the morning show, and that'll come back. We're going to do a little slightly different format with that, but that's why I did it the way I did. I wanted to bring in new people, the people that weren't getting pub, the people that weren't getting traction on their channel yet, the new creators. I think that's important. We need as many voices as we can talking about this stuff, because the only way we can advance in society is conversation, the exchange of ideas. And I think we can't stop doing that. But with that, I have to say, we've got to wind down. I know everybody has, we have a great group. I
literally have both animals bugging me, one on one side and one on the other.
All right, Tom, tell everybody what you got going on. So we can let you go.
I got animals bugging the hell out of me. That's what I got.
And he's sexy, and you know it.
Okay, well, Tom is great, and you'll see him tomorrow on Midnight's Edge in the morning. And
that's right.
I kind of already promoted everybody, so I feel like we should just wrap. Anything?
I feel like we did this already once. You know what they call deja vu twice? Stupid. That's what it is.
Well, I do want to make one quick point to follow up on what Shags was talking about, because with this proliferation of channels,
hit the button.
One of the things I think we're also going to see is a return to individual websites. We're going to see .coms come back.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to we're going to get away from social media. We're going to get away from YouTube. We just posted today on our .com a 9,000 word think piece on Dungeons and Dragons.
Holy shit.
We're going to do some long form stuff in 2023, and I think that kind of thing goes all the way back to the 20s and 30s when people were doing the fanzines and the letters, and they were going back and forth with these long discussions about things. We need that too.
Cool. Let's start the show, guys. It's Dragon Show, right?
You're late, bro. You're. I'm sorry, Puff, but thanks for coming in. No, we're ending the show.
Oh wait. Oh.
Yeah, you're late.
You guys got any weed?
Talk to Tom.
Do you want to lace with fentanyl?
After the show.
Half a second to just check.
I'm going to say this. Be sure to take care of yourself. Take care of others. Wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, Happy New Year. Bye.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And I ain't gon' wish you shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I don't fucking take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face to make you go take it back.
Nope, still crash.
Oh my
my god! Oh my god! Fucking stupid!
Why, hello there, random citizen.
Oh, hey there, little buddy. How's it going?
Have you subscribed to Culture Casino yet?
Well, no,
Friggin'
Oh!
These guys, I tell ya.
Oh!
Dang it, I missed. Why won't these guys just subscribe already?
That hurt.